Met this girl in the winter of 2009. She mighty fine, pretty lady, made me stop on the dime. I was waiting, little baby didn't give me a sign. Couldn't wait, oh baby, she was one of a kind, she was mine. I feel like that's the way that it's supposed to be. She was checking out and I was working in the grocery. Hopefully, she could feel the vibe and take a note of me. Wanted to holler at her, but I thought she was to know. We made eye contact, so I walked back. Like, yo, can I help you? Then she grabbed my hand. What you doing after this? I said, oh, not crap. Put her head up on my chest, I told her I want that, and I got go beer. Had a long hard week, hanging with you with the Friday night. Girl, you know, just pick up that phone and we're going on a wild ride. But when I'm gone, you alone, baby girl, I'm only one call away. Baby, let's escape with your feet on my dashboard. Feet on my dashboard. Feet on my dashboard, looking good with a beer in your hand, sitting in my passenger seat. Singing songs and I'm singing them wrong, just to get you laughing at me. And your smile make a man go wild, oh baby, what happened to me? Your lips so sweet, got me catching the buzz while you sipping on that twisted tea. Ooh girl, this kind of buzz make a man turn up, kissing on your neck and I lift the shirt up. Yo baby, I ain't looking for a fast break, I'm just trying to change your last name. Cold beer, had a long hard week, hanging with you with the Friday night. Girl, you know, just pick up that phone and we're going on a wild ride. And when I'm gone, you alone, baby girl, I'm only one call away. Baby, let's escape with your feet on my dashboard. Feet on my dashboard. Feet on my dashboard. Cold beer, had a long hard week, hanging with you with your Friday night. Girl, you know, just pick up that phone and we're going on a wild ride. And when I'm gone, you alone, baby girl, I'm only one call away. Baby, let's escape with the feet on my dashboard. Feet on my dashboard. With the feet on my dashboard. Feet on my dashboard. With the feet on my dashboard. Feet on my dashboard. Feet on my dashboard.
Welcome back to Hash Bash, everyone. Up next, we have locally famous Jacob Allen Gibson. You can check him out on YouTube, but you're about to hear him live here first. Enjoy. Ah!
My name is Jacob Allen Gibson. Howell, Michigan. And welcome to Hash Bash 2021. Sweet dreams are made of this. Wet my to piss up a grape. I've traveled the world, been a spamming Pacifics. And everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them wanna be used by you. Some of them wanna abuse you. Some of them want to be Sweet dreams are made of this. Wet my dreams to piss up a grape. I traveled the world, been a spinning for CBs. Everybody's looking for something, 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 everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams I've made up of this. When I try to piss up a great tree, I traveled the world in the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something.
Blinding me, making me hazard. Us, blatantly bastards. Trust, we basically backwards. Say grace with your pastor. I'm face of disaster. Fuck everything after I bust. Nothing else matters but us. Hand on my nuts, cause my manners are fucked. Bananas and nuts, not talking about crunch. Insanity, man, the fuck up on the clutch. Damn it, he's panicky. Meds or his lunch. And dinner till when I said enough is enough. Now I'm standing here mentally fucked with a life that I love. A mess left behind me like I give a fuck. I ain't wiping it up. Just ain't gon' tread back through it. When I feel the need to act stupid on that track is how I'ma do it. Clap on point 2.0, you point 2, no point, so you've been appointed a disappointment. My point is I just wanna stick my motherfucking pointy nose in. Nuisance with my 2 cent style unorthodox. 2020 getting wild Pandora's box. But you ignore the locks, too much force to stop. Can't nobody say we didn't try to fire one inside. Killers be living in infamy, delivering underground symphonies. Enemies dead to me, wanna replenish me energy like I am motherfucking clephamphetamine. I exist like a crisis of violence to pious kids writing shit just to get a rise of them. The president's ISIS love feminists, nicest Confederate flags is what I used to wipe with.
We're upgraded even better today. Bio Killers 2.0, we're here to take you away. It's going down. So come on, swing and get the last round. You better bring
and I finally been weaponized. And it feels like we've been given a second life. Oh, blessed, I keep the session hot. Just know death is right when I conceptualize this alchemy, horrific witchcraft to spit that into a culture of aggression vibes. Test the mind, will leave you guessing why. The Ouija board will roll a message by. Go and get your clothes on, Jack. Don't forget to get your proton pack. Don't you ever cross streams of me. My flow alone will make you choke on that. It's like my saliva is straight up DMT. I'm out of this ozone rap. See, homie will climb, but no, we ain't down. The road with your bozo raps. Safety upgrade, mind sharpen up the cut blades. Fuck face, imagine what I do to your cupcakes. Upstage, plus great, delivering a punch with you ain't gotta be on my dick to know how my nuts taste. Old fucks ain't you a cum dump, but just take the weight. Never gonna come close to great, but maybe one day you get the balls to stand tall while I hand deliver you a run fade. 22 years, want a solid, and we finally got ourselves a firmware upgrade. So all you other rappers can pack it up and go on a permanent vacay. That's on pay these bastards a rapper back for any battle and we'll come out on top unscathed. Y'all thinking y'all the shit, watch every single punchline. Find your favorite MC in the fuck base.
We're upgraded, even better today. Bio Killers 2.0, we're here to take you away. It's going down. So come on, swing like it's the last round. You better bring it. We're upgraded, even better today. Bio Killers 2.0, we're here to take you away. It's going down. So come on, swing like it's the last round. You better bring it. We're upgraded, even better today. Bio Killers 2.0, we're here to take you away. It's going down. So come out, swing like it's the last round. You better bring it.
first up we got Envy. What's in the bag? What goodies do we got? We got corn. Like, ooh, nice. Not too shabby. What else we got in there? Nice. Hell yeah. Nice. Some good finds today. Damn good finds. Any sentimental value, anything you want to talk about? Oh. Ah, okay. Anything else?
Alright, you want to fuck around and I'll actually talk for once, but
No, you don't have to. You know.
Childhood, man.
Childhood.
You know.
That's what's best about a record store.
Childhood. One of the funniest fucking movies ever made. I don't care. And as far as these go, I own the first one, and it took me fucking like 7 years to find the other two. So now my trilogy is complete.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Good record store day.
Good record store, good find.
What do we got over here? Dude, you got some movies.
Yeah, well, I didn't get a lot of cool stuff. I just got a couple of dollar movies. Resident Evil, which, I don't know, I remember watching that when I was younger and I enjoyed that. And same thing with The Heartbreak Kid, it's pretty raunchy, so I can dig that kind of stuff. But the CD that I got, I'm pretty stoked for is Goldfinger. You probably know Goldfinger from they did what is it, Superman and the Tony Hawk soundtrack. But the rest of the songs are fucking killer.
You're good.
That guy just
This guy.
was trying to say "see you, man, thanks," but instead he said "see you, mayonnaise."
See you, man.
I'd like to see your mayonnaise. But yeah, alright. I got a CD player in my car. I'm gonna be jamming this shit on the way to work. It's gonna be a good time.
Hell yeah. What do we get? What do we get over here? This dude's making big purchases.
Got me a new tape collection. All sorts of good stuff. Some Bryan Adams for you badasses. Little George Carlin in there.
Ooh.
And then this little fucking gem right here.
Hey.
I don't think I've ever even seen that on cassette before.
It's a hell of a find.
Papa Roach in there, buddy.
Always got to have that Ricky Martin. More Bryan Adams. Blind Melon, I'm going to give that to Frederick. Everybody
Eiffel
loves
65.
Snot Live.
Oh shit.
Little album that everybody should have in their collection at some point. Nice. And then the Coup de Grace. A motherfucking Mitch Hedberg album. What?
Hell yeah. This dude walks out with a damn set player.
Yeah. Go home and rock out old school style.
Hell yeah.
What about you, fucknut?
I don't know. So I want to take the camera real quick. Show you what I got.
Cameras.
I got some sentimental value. Some of these. Plus I had to
Gonna
shop
cry.
them. They just got a record player, so we're gonna pass the level on. Show you these.
What you got?
These here CDs first. Old Dominion. It's a really good country group. They're kind of pop country, but I haven't seen their album in a record store, so and I wasn't gonna buy it new because I don't know. I really gotta like your album to buy it new. 3 Doors Down. That's childhood.
Who hurt you?
That is childhood. That's right. It was Uncle John needed this album to fucking wrestling events and shit. That bad boy. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Right on.
Had to. And I got Devon a present because Alicks got me a present. Had to have it.
Needed.
So here, this is yours.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Featuring Living La Vida
Living La Vida Loca.
The one with the hits.
Oh
I
goodness.
always wanted to have those sweaters.
So we need to
So we'll start with these bad boys.
record stores out of there. Ricky Martin.
I just got my parents into vinyl, so
Oh, yeah?
I had to look for some of the older stuff. The Jay Giles band. Some Alabama.
Seriously, who hurt you?
No, we visited the, what was it, the Alabama Cafe.
Maybe there'll be that one song.
So I was like, I'll pick it up for you. That's a hell of a find.
Yep, that is a badass find for sure.
Oh, $12 still.
For $12.
That's awesome, man.
And then This bad boy. I
This
was
motherfucking Eazy-E.
raised on that shit.
Oh,
I
yeah,
had to,
boy.
you know, listen to it on vinyl. So I'd
Nice.
say it was a good day at the record store for all of us.
Alright.
Everybody check out, show their name up here.
Got Allied Records.
Toledo, Ohio. Looking forward to doing more of these videos. When we go to the record store, I come pretty frequently and spend way too much money that I regret later, but it's good. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Y'all want to say bye?
Bye-bye.
Oh, Nate.
Bye-bye.
Nate.
Oh.
Got one.
Oh, no.
Merry fucking Christmas.
Hey, dude, that's not even bad.
the
You
motherfucking
thought I was gonna, like...
Quad City DJs.
Hell yes.
You jam that on the way home.
No, for reals. My dad had this in his car all the fucking time.
That's what I thought.
That's
Everybody
awesome,
used to
man.
bump that on their system.
That is awesome.
I say good day.
I say good day.
Y'all enjoying this or not, Plano? That's what I like to hear. Look, there's a music video for this bad boy, so you need that shit. If you rock with it, let's go, let's go. You're my
Warm to the tone. About 9:17 p.m. So we're on that southwest. Yeah. One thing for sure, 2 and 3 for certain. I'ma put on a fucking show before they close the curtain. That's facts. Sold it all, but my soul was never up for purchase. Scrum demon on the hood, remind them that the devil lurking. Sliding dolo got me thinking how the game changed. Copycats, they keep the first, replace the last name. Trying to relive our glory days with they glass chains. If they got stripes, it's off-white, ain't did a damn thing. Lamar's pain, but shit been fucking with me lately. Instead of warm embrace, cold shoulders is what they gave me. They did. All my putting on, and this how the fuck you repay me? Don't start looking confused when that water ain't working, baby. Playing the fuck out of crazy. This just ain't a song, nigga. Got shit going on, nigga. Kept shit bottled up for years, leave me the fuck alone, nigga. Fuck a right if I was wrong, nigga. On my soul, nigga. Ain't a gambler, but I bet you I'ma make it home, nigga. A Kato in there, click. Watch with whom you roam, nigga. Lone wolf. Fuck, I look like always with some grown niggas. Fresh out the dryer, head ass ready to fold, niggas. Thought you was about to have a parade. Sorry, you wrong, nigga. On my mama. Sometimes I feel like, damn, is it just me? Is everybody in this bitch weird as fuck? Yeah. What the fuck going on? Shit, I don't even know. Goofies tucking in they shirts so they belts can show. Baby, this cloth can't be replicated. Cashmere when I'm feeling basic. COVID testing, woo, they so tasteless. Superhero to hoes, but pockets needing saving. Reality over exaggeration. Meech and T with the operation. All American when I cook, nigga, I'm Billy Bacon. West End stunner. Never sit at a table without chairs for my brothers. Ain't eating with us, shit, you on the menu for supper. Ain't eating with us, shit, you on the menu for supper. They ain't fam, nigga, fuck 'em. Boom to the tomb, shit, everybody fool. When raised round the right dogs, it's only right you well groomed. Popcorn like a true P, by my loose leaf. Ghost with that power, my life should be book 3. Cause where I'm from, if you go the hardest, you don't become the hero, you become the target. Oh, hell, that fake love shit, don't get me started. It ain't no love in these streets, that there's the devil's auction. Yeah, I pray to God that my soul he keep. Shed tears for you day up, forgetting another week. They send my flowers right now, you say you loving me. If not, that's cool, but don't you post a single RIP. Tag I'm it, Beverly. Sing. Time bomb, that shit so smooth. That shit back one time. Yeah. Hold on, Juan. Let my favorite part play. Real West Side shit. Took a lot of time off. Now I'm back to everything I left on the table, nigga. Your plate too. Bell.
Sound rolling. 3, 2, 1.
Working all day in the sunshine, face, wave by place when the sun goes
What the hell is that? The overlays over my face. What's up, y'all? This is the Cody Live Podcast. Music reviews tonight, and we're going to have a panel discussion. We're only going to have one show this week. Tomorrow I'm taking the day to go out, take my son, and have a night out on the town. It's well needed. Tonight we got some really special guests. Chad's going to be joining us in a little bit. He said he's having problems putting the baby down. I know how that is, so I can't fault him. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to introduce our panel tonight. I know Alicks is going to be absent, but he's going to be commenting. He got some company over. Our first guest of the night, he's a podcaster, a music lover, music enthusiast. He's got a great taste in music. He's introduced me to a lot of fucking good artists and put me onto them, and I think I've done the same. I would say I've done the same. This dude's name is Gibby.
Hello. Oh, you cheap whore. Hold on. There we go.
Introduce yourself. Tell the people what you do. Any kind of podcast you have right now. And
hi, my name is Gibby, or more commonly known around the internet sphere as Podcast Daddy. I host a show called The Snuff Show, where we take everything you know and love and dismember it for your viewing and listening pleasure. You can find that on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Apple, anywhere you can listen to a podcast, you can find it.
This dude's got his promotional game down. He had that already. You could tell he's got the experience on me.
Oh, dude, there have been so many times where I was like, well, I run a podcast. Well, what do? I talk about things. Like I have done that. I have done that mirror. I've stood in front of a mirror and like, I got this. I do this. It's here. You can find it here. I do it there.
I feel it, man. Like
I've had to step.
Luckily, we kind of have a focus here, but in a way, we just get so off topic sometimes that it's interesting though. And by the way, Jake isn't going to make it tonight for anybody tuning in. Jake's a normal on the show. He's actually co-hosting Saturdays with me. He had his first show in Ohio tonight. Due to the show, honestly, we had a guest on here that was a promoter from Toledo, Ohio, and booked Jake out in Toledo tonight, and that's where he is at tonight. He should be back next week. I don't know if Chad's going to run the podcast tomorrow or not. I'm going to ask him about it, but he should be back next week. But that's usually the one that gets us off topic is fucking. It's fucking amazing. I think those are the best conversations, honestly. Next up, I met this dude at the Scum Show, I believe, out in close to Cleveland. I'm not sure what the actual city was called. I know it was close to Cleveland, though. It's Corruption. He's from a group Code out of Ohio. These guys are pretty dope. Check them out. Corruption, what is good? Introduce yourself. How long have you been in the game?
I'm Corruption. I'm from Ohio. I've going on like about 12 years, honestly.
12 years. Yep, I saw you guys out at the Scum Show. Went out there with Jinx. We're actually going to be reviewing one of his new music videos tonight also.
Nice.
Yes.
And our next guest, he's very familiar if you've been to a Rebellion show, an Odious one show. If you guys have not been to one of those, go to one because those guys are fucking kick ass. This is Devon. Devon Yayo, what is good? Finally made it.
How's it going? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Check 1, 2.
How long you been in the game? What you got going on?
Well, you already mentioned groups. I'm a member of Rebellion with Cody here, and Odious ones and Agatha Haag. I guess I've been doing music. I don't know how long have I been in the game. Probably around 8 years.
8.
Yeah. Right now, not a whole lot going on. I'm trying to make some music videos though. That's what I'm stoked for. Should be a fun time.
Hell yeah. Plus we got some Rebellion shit coming up this summer that we've kind of discussed vaguely so far, but we'll get it together and knock that shit out. Yeah, well, we'll just hop right into the panel discussion. I don't know how many of you guys are tuned in last week. We had a continued conversation. And something that keeps coming up with music promotion is back in the MySpace days. Everybody kind of drowns back to the MySpace days. I think back on MySpace, personally, just kind of give you guys a background of the discussion. MySpace was so easy to promote on for artists or podcasters or anything. I mean, it was so easy compared to this Facebook stuff where you get banned for sharing a link that, Facebook might not like, or, you get banned for anything anymore. I mean, Alicks, who was supposed to be a part of the show, got banned for saying New Bomb Turks, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with those guys, but he got banned for saying that.
Well, I mean, I can understand why we get banned for saying that because obviously Facebook's going to see the word bomb and like,
Terrorist. But
Don't you say that, boy.
we were talking about a new platform for musicians, podcasters, anything entertainment. I mean, back in the MySpace days, it was so easy to pack a show. And now it's gotten a little bit harder with the Facebook platform, the Twitter platform, learning how to use the algorithm, all that fucking, I don't know. They're just making it harder than it needs to be. As far as like developing a new social network, which is what we were talking about, what would you look for in a new social network? What would you want out of that? We'll start with Gibby on that one.
Some things I would definitely look for are the way you interact with your fans. That's obviously number one. You need to learn how to interact with the people that will listen to your music, that will tell their friends about it. That needs to be the number one thing. And the second part, obviously being able to access your music through links, not just having it like, okay, well, this guy's cool. Where's his music? Where's his stuff? I can't find any of it. So easy accessibility to the links, obviously a second one. And the third one, being able to collab with people. Like, hey, I got this project going on and I'm looking for this specific sort of thing. Like, say you wanted a collab track, but you couldn't think of somebody to sort of fit the bill, and nobody really is clicking to mind. When you find a beat, you find a topic to write about, and you're just like, man, I can't find anybody. So you post something, you're like, hey, send me some of your demo tracks. I want to hear them and I want to go off this. So accessibility to music, easy to network, and collab interests.
Yep, and I think that's a big one with MySpace. You could honestly hit somebody up and be like, "Hey, man, you want to do a track together?" And people were cool about that. Even mid-level people, like I had a buddy back in the day. He still has the verse somewhere, but he don't even rap no more. He got something from Snow the Product, and she was ultra cool about it. And it's like, dude, nowadays you hit people up. It's so exclusive almost. Or, hey, I want $100 for a verse. It's like, fuck you, dude. Like, I got more views than you, and I will do it if I like it.
And I think that's one thing that's killed verses is like somebody with a very small name's like, man, 250 a verse. Like, get the fuck, what?
Well, I gotta pay for studio time. Well, man, I engineer my own shit 'cause I taught myself. Like, I put in the work to do that, and I'm not gonna charge you. Well, that's one big thing. And I think honestly, just to throw in my opinion on it, MySpace was kind of like having an electronic press kit. It was just as a music page, at least. It was almost an electronic press kit. If somebody liked your song, they could add it to their profile. That's more promo for you. To where Facebook, you don't have Facebook music like that.
I know, because you got so many people uploading tracks that aren't theirs that want to claim that they're theirs. That's one thing that really screws it up. Is so many people are uploading tracks that aren't theirs and then posting. It's like, hey, I'm gonna make a hot dollar off this, and then boom, that's how that happens, and it kills it automatically.
Right. Corruption, what's your thoughts on that? What do you look for in a new social network platform?
Honestly, it'd be like more being able to get yourself out there. Because like you guys have said, it feels like anything nowadays, being like as small as my group is at the moment, like it's so hard trying to get like people to like watch our stuff. Like I posted a video like I want to say a month ago, and it still only got like 20 views.
And honestly, I think getting rid of that little algorithm shit, I don't like that. I don't know. The way Facebook started out, it was like you seen it in a timeline. So you seen everybody post. I might not see like, I get Odious one's post, but like when Devon posts something, I don't get it right away like I would if he were to post it just then and it showed up in chronological order. And I think that's one thing that screwed shit up too. Get rid of that.
And then you see posts from like 3 days ago.
Yeah. Devon, what's your thoughts on that? If there was a new social network to come out, what would you look for in it?
I'd like to be able to link my OnlyFans account to it.
You would.
It's all about that availability. And as an artist, you want the more like, I guess you can have your own website where you set up like a merch shop online and stuff like that. It's not really accessible from a Facebook page. The website is, I guess, but I mean, people don't really want to go through extra steps. I feel like you just want to make it as easy as possible for them. I like you were talking about MySpace. I did like the whole thing with the music. You could have it on your page and people could add it to their profile. I thought that was really cool.
Right.
And you can make your own themes and whatever. It was like a EPK.
Yeah. And I remember paying, I mean, I didn't know how to code and make custom stuff. So I was paying people, you know, $15, $20 for like that High's MySpace layout because that was so freaking exclusive. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't good at graphics. So
you were paying somebody to do that?
Yeah, it sounds about right.
But yeah, I think overall, I think honestly, the thing I'm looking for is to get rid of that fucking algorithm. That's the biggest thing on any social network right now. I hate adding so
But you
much.
still, if there was no algorithm, you'd still have to sift through so much. Like, how many friends or profiles do you see? Like, or how many Facebook friends do you have roughly?
I have about, I think, 1,400 on this one.
So that's 1,400 people's. Like, you're still gonna have to sift through all that.
Some of it's not even going to be good content. It's just going to be like, wow, something happened today.
I mean, to an extent, though, if you're posting your music enough, like I remember MySpace, I would go through and post, you know, if I had a new song come out, I would post, you know, every 45 minutes to an hour, you know, post that shit. And people didn't get annoyed because, like, if you post a lot now, I'm seeing the same people's posts at the top of my timeline on a Facebook or Twitter, even Twitter. I don't even use Twitter like that, but if I reply to somebody, I'm seeing all their shit first. It's like, I don't care about that. I cared about that one fucking, don't tell me what I like.
But honestly, if you want to go off comparing like more interaction through social media, I think you get a lot more interaction through Twitter.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. I'll agree with that. It's a crazy, I don't know. It's changed up so much. I took that 3 years off. I came back and I feel like the old man now. I hate the algorithm.
What are all these social networks?
And honestly, I think we were talking about on the past couple casts, like doing the old school music promotion, the CDs, even though everybody's got somewhere where they could pop in a CD. I mean, you know, most people own game systems. Like, you could pop in a fucking CD and get that physical form. Plus, like, I don't know, I'll give you one for example. Like, I bought 6 digits product placement, but just opening up that CD, getting that feel, you get to see the inside book, you get to see everything.
The CD smell.
That CD smell, yeah, the new CD smell. That's a real thing too. I remember going to the fucking Adrian Mall, rest in peace, but fucking going to their little music store when I was young and grabbing that CD, opening that shit up, and there is a new CD smell. It's weird.
That vinyl smell though.
The vinyl smell, especially the used ones when it smells like a fucking grandparent's house.
Smells like that nice moldy garage.
Yum. Okay, we've gotten to the point of a music video review. Let's see here. What's our first one? Are you guys familiar with how this works?
I am.
Okay. So what we do, we'll go through. I'm going to play the video in full screen so that people can see it, so you guys can get the full view. It's not all music videos tonight. We're doing some songs too. Just rate the song. What you'll do is tell, you know, the pros of the song, the cons of the song the first time around. The second time around, we're going to give it a rating and just kind of say why you gave it that rating. And you guys kind of got the gist. You guys ready for this?
Oh, please let it be good stuff. For the love of God, please let it be good.
The first one tonight, and I really wanted to review this guy's stuff. I've been listening to him a lot lately. He's from Trife Life out of Cleveland. It's Smokey Da Bear, Floozies. Yeah, just listen in, guys. Anybody at home, you guys want to comment, tell us what you think. All the artists are going to tune into this and see, you know, constructive criticism. The only rule is no hater shit, only constructive criticism. That's what the show's about, informing. And yeah, we'll get to it.
Okay, specify. What do you mean?
What was that?
What do you mean? What do you mean by no hater shit? I want to be clear on this.
No hater shit. All right. By no hater shit, it's constructive criticism that we're trying to give here before we get to the song. So if you don't like something, maybe you don't like the lyrics of it, maybe improve, like instead of saying improve or like sitting back and saying, hey, that's fucking trash, just be like, hey man, you know, work on the lyrics, work on this, work on that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a hater about it. Just, you know, if they take it the hating way, then that's their own fault. Thanks for submitting. All right, we're going to get to this. This is Smokey Da Bear from Trife Life. This is called Floozies. You're watching the Cody Live Network. I just sound like a radio host there. Let's hit this shit.
floozy bitches while I'm on my grind. I took a bunch of Lucy, yeah, you think I've lost my mind. It's got me spitting out that booth, letting out that fire. She sucked me like she's Kirby, beat it till she hypnotized. You while I'm on my grind. I took a bunch of Lucy, yeah, you think I've lost my mind. It's got me spitting out that booth, letting out that fire. She sucked me like she's Kirby, beat it till she hypnotized. What the fuck is up, bitch? About to fuck it up. Pull up with that pump, bitch. Rump a pump a pump. You looking like a chump, bitch. Looking like some chump. I'm out here going dumb, bitch. Why you chasing crumbs? Yo, bitch, got that juicy pussy. Got it all gushy, gushy. Y'all fake trapping, y'all some wussy wussies. I'm going stupid in this game. Eating rappers, I'm insane. Call me strange. Even the rains, I'm spilling brains, yeah. Who would've known? Chasing my dreams would've turned out like this. Now I'm going ham, spilling my rage. Guess I'm cut out for this. Haters always talking, but never do shit. Acting like a whole ass bitch. Yeah, they all mad cause I make moves, bitch. I saw the shit. Causing chaos, tell your parents do a seance. Cause I murk your ass, done burnt your ass. Turn that ass to grass. I'm a spaz, watch me do my dance, making moves. Lil young and making something out of nothing. Yeah, 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 yeah. You out here chasing floozy bitches while I'm on my grind. I took a bunch of Lucy, yeah, you think I've lost my mind. It's got me spitting out that booth, letting out that fire. She sucked me like she's Kirby, beat it till she hypnotized. You out here chasing floozy bitches while I'm on my grind. I took a bunch of Lucy, yeah, you think I've lost my mind. It's got me spitting out that booth, letting out that fire. She sucked me like she's Kirby, beat it till she hypnotized. Need to teach your ass a lesson. Rap classes in session. Words spitting like a weapon. Don't never try stuff. I'm my mama. I'll send your ass straight to heaven. Used to sell them pillies up out of 7-Eleven. Yeah. Now I'm pulling up 2022. Lil heathen with a new whip, new bitch. Young lil team is spitting smooth shit. Make a hater toothless. Never gave two shits. Crazy and I'm ruthless. Yeah, 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 yeah.
You out here chasing floozy bitches while I'm on my grind. I took a bunch of Lucy, yeah, you think I've lost my mind. It's got me spitting out that booth, letting out that fire. She sucked me like she's Kirby, beat it till she digmatized. You out here chasing floozy bitches while I'm on my grind. I took a bunch of Lucy, yeah, you think I've lost my mind. It's got me spitting out that booth, letting out that fire. She sucked me like she's Kirby, beat it till she digmatized.
What do you guys think of that? We'll start with Gibby. That is Smokey Da Bear. What do you think?
Okay, so we're going off pros and cons first, right?
Yep.
All right, pros. The track was bumping. Definitely something you could play in your car all the way up, just cruising. Unfortunately, with this, I had like a little bit more cons than I did pros. So when it came to cons, I felt like the screaming, it was out of place. It just seemed like it was rapping and like, whoa. We just met. Buy me dinner first. I don't know.
Right, I feel it. What you got on that corruption?
I really don't have much to say on it just because that is kind of like fam because like I have Trife Life tattooed on me to the day I die.
I feel it. That's why I was last week. So if you want to be unbiased, if you don't want to give it a rating, that's fine.
I'm gonna have to pass on this one.
Okay. What you got, Devon? What you think?
I dug that. The beat was. I like that eerie like rave feel. The only con or critique I would have just seems like it got a little repetitive, I guess. But other than that, I thought it was a good song. I enjoyed it.
Wasn't too bad. I dug it. I liked it a lot. I want to see that live. That's one of the things I do want to see that live. And I've seen some of the dude's live shows, like in some of his promo, and just I think I would understand it a little more live. It's not really my thing per se, but for what it is, I like what he did with it. And yeah, I kind of want to work with that dude. I think we'd match up pretty well on some shit. Jinx actually introduced me to him. And
that seems like the type of guy that if you play that song in a show, everybody's going wild.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. Most of his stuff actually is really good live.
I was about to say I just looked him up on Spotify, so definitely gonna check out more of the stuff.
Yep. So we'll go with 1 out of 10 ratings, 10 being the best. What do you get it? What do you give it, Gibby?
I'm gonna give it a 7. I'll give it a hard 7.
Okay. Corruption, you said you're gonna pass on this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on this one.
Okay, that's respective. Devon, what you got? 1 out of 10.
I'll give it an 8.
An 8. I'll agree. I'll agree with the 8. There's some parts of the flow that could be improved in the screaming. But like I said, I want to see that live. I feel like it's more of a live track that people will fucking mosh pit and kill each other to, and I love that type of shit. That's my shit. When you go to a rap show and that's happening, that's my shit.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll get back into panel discussion real quick. I don't know if you guys have seen Kanye West's new album, Donda 2. He's the first to really do this. Holy shit, my light's going fucking crazy. He's the first to really
have a strobe effect.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of sweet. One sec, I'm gonna fix this before I fucking pass out.
Gotta say, Corruption, I love the hat, bro.
Thank you.
I was trying to get a t-shirt that had that exact thing on the front and back, but every time I went to order it, it was out of stock in my size. My fat ass ain't fitting in a medium, I promise you.
You a Team Snuff fan?
Oh yeah, I have been. I love going out.
We might have something for you soon. But no, we'll get back to the panel discussion. Chad should be here momentarily, I'm guessing. He said around 10:30. But Kanye West came out with Donda 2 on a new player called the Stem Player. And I've seen like the demos for it and stuff. I'm kind of impressed, being an engineer myself, that the Stem Player could actually separate the audio files. Kind of the question about it, is I want to know, with the Stem Player, do you think it's an innovative thing in music, or do you think it'll be a bust in time? We'll start with you, Gibby.
It's very innovative. I will give it that. I've seen the needle drop. I don't know if you know who that is. He's a guy who reviews music on YouTube. On his TikTok channel, he was taking a bunch of requests for songs to be played on that Stem Player to do like isolated vocals, isolated drums, all that. I think it's a great idea, but it's going to have to build in time. Mm-hmm. It's going to have to get a lot more product testing.
Right.
Because you get only a niche audience that's going to buy this. It's not going to be a general audience thing where, somebody normal who listens to music like on their way to work or something and doesn't really invest their time into it. They're going to think, okay, what's the point of this?
Right.
But for somebody who likes music, who likes listening to isolated vocals and all that, they're going to think, wow, this is the coolest thing ever. Right. So you got to find that nice middle ground between those two audiences to really market it there.
Right. I feel that. And I don't know. I was just watching the reviews. Obviously, I ain't going to buy one right away because I'm just not going to invest that much into it just yet. I think it's going to innovate too. I think they're honestly going to come up with more and more as they go. It's kind of a tester, and I don't know how much they're actually going for without Donda. But I know Donda was like $200 or something like that, and I was like, yeah, man, that's iffy. I still like my vinyl. I'm still a vinyl guy. I like CDs, and that's just I might be an old head. I'm 30 now, so. What do you think of that, Corruption? Did you see the Stem Player? What do you think about it? You think it's going to innovate? You think it'll be a bust?
Honestly, I mean, as innovative as it is, I think it's just going to be one of those things that's going to definitely take time.
Something to be worked on more the less. And as an audio engineer, I like it, but I see the cons to it too. Because if you want a bass line, like let's say I hear a bass line on like, we'll take Devon's band for example. I like a bass line on an Odious one song. You played that bass line, I could record that and throw it in a fucking beat. I think it makes it easier to steal music also. Certain parts of music, which some people here, most people out here aren't going to give credit for that sample. And that's going to be the bullshit of all of that. And I'm just not a big fan of that. What do you think, Devon? Do you think it's going to be an innovation? Do you think it's going to be a bust? Do you think it needs work?
I think it's innovative for sure. I think it's going to be pushed pretty hard because what they're trying to do is take money out of the hands of the streaming platforms. Mm-hmm. And I mean, other artists have tried. I think even Neil Young tried to do something like this Stem Player, didn't quite work out. I wouldn't want to pay $200 for it, but I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be different ways that they can market it, and when they develop new features or whatever. I saw where you could upload songs as well, like with the USB. I don't know if that was like where you can mix that into what was already on the Donda record, or if that was just like, I didn't see the full review on that. But
The sounds of it, don't mean to cut you off from the sounds of it. You could add any song to it, and it kind of stems out. That's the way I took it. I'm not sure if that's exactly.
Yeah, dude did what's that song from Shrek? The very first song from Shrek, he played it on the stem player. So you can add new music to it. It's not just down to, I know. It was great. I loved it.
Okay.
But I think $200 is a little steep for something like that.
Yeah, just the first edition. It's almost like buying a game system. You just kind of want to see it progress because there's always going to be kinks they got to work out before
Let's see what the bugs are first, and then we'll come back to it.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's something where the vocals aren't isolated on maybe a guitar track, or you know what I'm saying, the bass line. There's something mixed in there, somewhat. I mean, it's getting good reviews, but at the same time, I'm very, very. I don't know. I just can't.
But that's also coming from Kanye's stance too.
Yeah, that is true. So you really can't. It's hard to judge right now. I think it's gonna be innovative, like you guys said with work. But I'm not tempted to buy it yet. I think in time, maybe if they work out the kinks, and I don't know. I'm sure there's kinks in it being the first edition. So I'm just not.
Give me more. That's what I asked. Give me more. Give me a screen where I can pick a specific song and not kind of just have to be like, "Is this next?"
Right.
Like, give me like the iPod Shuffle, that thick boy, that about that thick, could hold a terabyte of music.
Right.
That was the greatest thing I owned because that held so much music that I could pick, go on with my day. If that does that, I'll put $200 towards that.
So basically, what you're saying is when they innovate, like when they start building onto it, add kind of a library, kind of a streaming sort of library that you could pick from. That's not a bad idea. It's kind of combining everything. I agree with that, as long as the artists get paid right, because you don't get paid shit off streaming.
Yep, and I think that's what Kanye tweeted when he said that Donda 2 was going to be on the stem player exclusively.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Which I think that's a bad marketing idea, but that's me.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, with Kanye, you can never really put a finger on it. All right, we're gonna get back to another music review. I'm gonna stay out of this one. Devon, you can choose to also. This is from Devon. You can give feedback, but you're a part of the fucking group. So I mean, just don't be biased, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. But we will take. We're gonna go through like we did last time. Basically, just critique it. This one is from Agatha Haag. It's called Double Barrel Shot Glass. Check these guys out. I know these guys are doing a ton of shows, and I like this video a lot. So yeah, check it out, guys. If you guys want to comment from home, I'm actually gonna, before we play this, we got a couple of opinions that actually popped up this time. We got Deadhead the Zombie says, I've used some samples from Courage the Cowardly Dog and Fallout and shit. Samples are fun. And then he said, when it comes to musical innovations, it can go either way. It could succeed or it can flop hard. It's all really fickle. And then he said, a lot of it rests with marketing. So yeah, I agree with you, Deadhead. I definitely agree with it. All right, we're going to get into this video. This is Double Barrel Shot Glass, Agatha Haag. You guys comment from home. Tell the artist what you think. Just don't be a fucking hater. Here we go.
I smoke and I drink. I make the whole world smell my stank, and I do nothing but think way too much. I get a little bit of bourbon in me, and all I wanna do is fight. I stake my weight a little further north. And I don't know just what it is, but all I need is just a little and I'm strumming on the banjo again. Do you know what it's like for a man to live his entire life in sin? Well, buddy, I know everything there is about it. Have you heard the news on the street? If you walk around wearing devil's feet, you'll never take a step forward, always take a step back again. I smoke and I drink. I keep a flask on my hip, take a sip, yeah, I'm quick with a can. I'm not alone, the devil's by my side. Speaking swing a bourbon, neat double shot will surely wash him away. Do you know what it's like for a man to live his entire life in sin? Well, buddy, I know everything there is about it. Have you heard the news on the street? If you walk around wearing devil's feet, you'll never take a step forward, always take a step back again. You'll never take a step forward, always take a step back again. You'll never take a step forward, always take a step back again.
Alrighty, we're back. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where Corruption went, man. He must have lost connection or something. All right, Gibby, what'd you think? Agatha Haag, double barrel shot glass.
I loved it. I honestly, I had no cons with this song. For one, the banjo. The banjo instantly caught my attention.
Yeah.
And two, this is not on some hater shit. I actually love this. The video reminded me of like old school YouTube, like 2009 YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Kind of just like that grainy feel, and loved everything about it.
It does give an old school vibe. I will say that. I love that, and I love his concepts for videos. We did one last week too, and I dig it. Devon, what do you got to say? Devon did not play the tracks on the song, so I guess I will give you that song.
This shit sucks. Singer sounds like somebody strangling a bullfrog. The banjo makes me want to kiss my cousin. I hope Alicks is watching. I'm just fucking with you. I really dig it. I mean, all like his shit. I'm glad to be a part of it. Only thing I would say is I could use some guitar, but I do like his concepts. He's definitely got just good songs.
Right. And a very abstract visual. That's what I like too. It's not some shit you see every day. It's not the same old
makes you feel a little bit off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't see many people do the whole grayscale and then little shades of color in there. You don't see a lot of people do that anymore. So seeing that was a very nice
with
touch.
the red filter on there. That was great. I think we need to see more of that.
Yeah. Somebody called him a ginger in the comments.
I see that.
He's not. I'm trying to keep up with comments tonight too, guys. I know StreamYard, the app that we use isn't keeping up with those for some reason. I don't know what the hell's going on. 1 second. Well, we got Carrie Ryan. I think that's how you say your name. If I got it wrong, I'm very sorry. She said, this is the second song I've heard from them, and I must say I'm definitely a fan. Definitely a vintage gruntish vibe. I love it. And I'll agree with that. I love the vibes in his music videos. Their music videos, coming up, their music videos, but his music video at this. And one thing I will give him is he did all the instrumentation by himself as well as the video. So that's his creation in that one. But yeah, Devon, we're not going to let you do this part, but Gibby, give it a 1 out of 10.
Hard 9. Hard 9.
Hard 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There was one part where the drums kind of sounded weird to me for a second, so that's why I'm not giving it a 10. But beyond that, it is like that much off a 10.
Actually, fuck it. For good purposes, Devon, what do you give it? 1 out of 10.
I'll give it I'll go with a 9 too.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
He thought about 5 for a second. I seen a 5 about to slip out of his mouth. And he's like,
Fuck those guys. All right, we got the co-host is finally here, Chad. Chad, did you see that last video?
I seen like the last 10 seconds of it.
10 seconds. We'll judge on 10 seconds. 1 out of 10. Put you on the spot. Welcome, bitch.
Give it a 5.
No, I'm gonna pass just for the simple fact that I know like 90% of the band, and I'm kind of biased when it comes to that particular group. So it would not be an honest opinion. So
yeah.
so glad I get to be the only unbiased person here.
Kita is in the comments. I'm very sorry. I didn't know that was your name. My bad. I just know you as Kita. So, yeah, my bad on that. Yeah, I agree. Great music video. Check them out, Agatha Haag. They're doing a lot of fucking shows these days. Seems like they're fucking everywhere. Oh, Odious one's also Devon's band. These guys have been playing like a motherfucker lately, and I love it. All right, we'll get back into panel discussion. Chad, I know you're gonna feel strong about this shit, because I know you're trying to. You have your pros and cons of the music promotion in the world. And I definitely do too, because I'm still getting used to like the new algorithm shit and all that. We just got done talking about, that. Actually, I want to ask Chad this before we go into the discussion, because this is one of the questions that we continued from last week, which maybe we can, before we go into the next question. What would you? It's kind of continued from the whole MySpace thing. We keep mentioning MySpace for some reason, and as artists, I think we could all agree that was just a simple platform. What do you look for a new social media, if a new social network comes out? What would you look for from a musical standpoint for that social network to have?
Huh. That's a good one, dude. I've downloaded here recently like a bunch of different like underground, I guess, socials and whatnot, like United Masters, for example, kind of dabbled in there. But every platform is geared like towards a specific genre anymore, it seems like. Which there's nothing wrong with that by any means, but like for me, I'm going to put like the promoter hat on, AKA music fan as a whole. I honestly wish that like, and this is gonna date me. Okay. I wish that Reverb Nation would really step it up again. I wish that MySpace would, like, whoever owns MySpace now would like take the bull by the horn, because quite frankly, I think everybody's sick and tired of Instagram and Facebook, especially from an artist perspective. Right. And even
TikTok's where you gotta go,
because like, unless you have a shit ton of money laying around, you ain't never going to get anywhere on those platforms anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way I see it. And there's so many kick-ass bands. There's so many kick-ass rappers and singers and songwriters You know, that actually, I just had a conversation with John about this. Kain Kinetic.
Yeah.
You know, like his organic views outweigh him paying money for an ad.
Yeah.
So why even waste the money?
Right.
You know.
At
So,
that point.
but back to the original question, like, you know, I honestly wish that there was somebody out there. You know, if I had the money, I'd probably like take a stab at it, but I don't, and I really don't want to, you know, spend too much time on trying to find investors and all that good jazz.
Right.
But you know, if I could combine those like 3-4 platforms that are really sticking out right now, and combine them together and maybe add some new features, like you know, I'm sure you're going to talk about it later, the whole stem management thing that's like popping up left and right.
You missed that one.
Yeah, that was right before you came on.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm all about it. You know, it because it's really cool if you know, if you can get your hands on stems, and you know, instead of having to use like a whole particular loop of a song or a section of a song and then try to, you know, mix out whatever you don't want with the stems to get the individual instruments.
Right. Right. From a DJ standpoint, that's good. That was my one big thing against the stem thing was producers. Producers in general. DJs do remixes. Producers, if they remix, sometimes they don't give credit. So like if I were to want to take one of Odious one's songs, I like that bass line, I could just throw it in my fucking song, and who's to tell me different?
Yeah,
do it.
Well, I mean, it's still you still got to have the you know, the permission to do it.
Yeah, yeah. But that leads us into our next question. That's kind of why I went back on it. And this goes for podcasts too. Gibby, you see it from a music standpoint too. You kind of follow that shit, so you can probably speak on it a little bit. What's your biggest issue with new age music promotion, and what's your favorite thing about it?
My biggest issue is can I call go to the next person so I can think about this one, because that's actually I haven't put much. No, my least favorite thing about music promotion is like nobody wants to push it hard. They think, oh, all I got to do is throw this new track I made up on social media and it'll blow right up.
Right.
Or they throw it on TikTok. They throw one video up with the song on and it's like, oh, this is going to be the next big hit. This is going to blow. This is what's going to skyrocket me right into celebrityum.
Right.
And it's like just getting my name known.
Right.
So I think that's one of my biggest issues is it's just the lightest amount of promotion from the weakest people.
Right. Right.
My favorite thing is when artists collab and they actually like work with the other artists to promote stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I did this with this person. Go check it out.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Like when you and Jinx do a track, both you guys are flooding my timeline with the new stuff you post.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm like, you're interrupting my memes, but I see what you're doing and I really appreciate it.
We got our whole, that's one of our collective things. We got our whole little music collective together. I'm not going to mention all the artists and bands in it, but we do that. Just, you know, if I were to post a song, Devon's gonna fucking repost it sometime. You know, whether it's Twitter or Facebook. Odious ones come out with like a show. They got a flyer. I repost that shit. I think that's what it's all about. And I think if the whole music scene came together on that, it would be a lot better off rather than having just the collective.
But in the same breath, you have those people that they do a track with somebody and they're like, oh, well, they'll just post it there. I'll just post it here.
And that's it.
We go back to my original problem of the least amount of sharing your stuff that you could possibly do, like the very baseline minimum.
Yeah. Yep. And a lot of features are that way. That's what I don't get about like present day hip hop. They'll be like, oh, I want 100 for a feature, but they won't push the song. They might have the Spotify plays or this or that. You know, you can pay for that nowadays. Let's be honest. Some of these songs on Spotify that I see, I have 50,000 views on Spotify. I'm like, no, that's No hater shit, but it's not that good. Like, you got room to improve big time. And I can tell when it's organic.
Yeah, plus you can throw like a bunch of artists' name on a track and it will get the views because that artist's name is on the track and they're not even on it.
Yeah.
Like the past couple times on my release radar, there's been an artist that keeps popping up and I don't know how, but he has like Baby No Money, Young Snot, just a bunch of underground rappers on there, and this guy just and I'm like, there's a minute of this? It's a whole minute of this? And there's a bunch of these people on here, and you're telling me I get a minute of whatever the hell this is.
Want to get on my track? I'll give you 2 bars. I'm gonna spit 2 bars, and then 5 other people are gonna spit 2 bars.
Right. And I don't get it. It's like, how are you not getting sued? How do you not have somebody's legal team like up your ass?
Right. Before we get to you, Devon, we got a comment. It's from Lucas Cadu. He says, "This goes for this and the social media or the social network. Get rid of the censorship and cancel culture. You get rid of the algorithms and bans, and everyone can be themselves and show their whole libraries and talents."
Okay. I got no. Oh, nay. The cancel culture shit. No, because you get cancel culture and you get people wanting to talk about it. You get Tom McDonald. You get more Tom McDonalds. You get more Adam Calhouns. You get more of these people that will sit and say, cancel culture sucks. Cancel culture sucks. No. Cancel culture only exists if you listen to the people that try to cancel you. Because you can sit and post, because you can make a whole track saying whatever you want. Twitter will hate you. Facebook will hate you. Boo-hoo. You felt that way at the time of making that track. So keep doing what you want to do. If they don't like it.
I agree.
Like, as you know, I'm a fan of Jelly Roll. And one of my favorite lines by him is, I don't believe in writer's block because I don't give a fuck what critics got to, basically saying, I'm going to write what I want to write. If critics don't like it,
fuck them.
Sucks to suck.
Yeah, that's how I made myself. That's what it was. We're going to go to Devon. What's your biggest issue with new age music promotion, and what's your favorite thing about it?
So you're like talking about with the age of the internet?
Yeah.
Like, are you talking about like my
Spotify,
biggest
the
issue?
algorithm.
I mean, you're able to do things like you can push it far. There's some, like as far as Spotify goes, if you're going to upload something there, you can submit your song to playlist curators. I know there's an algorithm involved with Spotify, but I mean, it'd be like the same thing as sending it into a radio DJ however many years ago.
Right.
I guess with the paid ads, it's been a tool that I've used plenty of times, but it does seem like the effectiveness isn't what it was. I don't know if it's more on our side or it's just we don't, I guess I can't think of what I'm trying to say. We don't appease the algorithm, whatever the hell it is, but it just seems to get less bang for your buck now.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. Chad, what's your biggest issue with new age music promotion, and what's your favorite thing about it?
How much time do I got?
Keep it brief. You're just like me, man.
Well, I mean, what is there to like about the new age music promotion? Fucking nothing.
Yes.
It's very it's like for me and my style of music that I do, I'm in the techno world now. I come from a metal background, but like, just trying to find the right people is like so time consuming, and trying to find the right groups to join, like on Facebook or any of these other whatever social platform you use, and trying to find those people and basically trying to sniff out the people that you want to like market your stuff to. It's so time consuming. And then now, because it's either you're spending your time on music promotion or marketing, or you're spending your money on music promotion and marketing. So you basically just got to pick and choose which one, you want to do. But even with the money, though, just like Devon said, and I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Gibby, I haven't introduced you guys yet.
Okay. Both of you guys already said that, with the amount of money that you're spending now, you're not getting anywhere.
Right.
With the promotion anymore. Just talking to some guys, this week, like Kain, for example, excuse me. You're better off to try to find your organic people. I can tell you from experience, you can go on, like, there's an underground platform called Artist Republic. You can buy onto playlists for like $2, $3. Granted, you're not going to get a lot of plays from those, but still, just the fact that you can go pay some website $2 or $3, $4,
right,
and get on some playlist for 20, 30 days.
Right.
That kind of throws out the whole idea of even putting your money out there, because it's really not going to get you anywhere.
9 times out of 10.
And I don't mean to be like negative Nancy over here. It's just my experience from like the last year. It's like none of the online advertising and putting money at it has not worked.
Right. And I'm just now, personally, I told you about the consultation that I had. Yeah. And hopefully I have a really good announcement midweek about our guest next week. Okay. I just paid for a consultation with somebody who is very successful. You guys probably all have at least heard of him. But I kind of see where the new school kind of comes in and where to go at it. But it is very costly compared to organic and handing somebody a CD, which it's kind of, I'll share a little bit of it just because it was a decent amount that I paid for the consultation, and I'm not going to give everything away because he might speak on it on the show next week. Hopefully I can get him here. But you want to balance that. You want to balance the organic, and you want to balance the what you do on the internet, because you could reach the only thing I liked about, I keep bringing it up, I know I fucking hate that it's not here anymore, but MySpace was, you can connect with people you might never meet in real life. You might never go to fucking Canada in your life. I don't plan on going to Canada personally, unless I tour there or something. I don't plan on going there, but I could reach them through social media. But the only thing is, now it's so unacceptable to just add somebody. Back on MySpace, you had I think I had like 100,000 friends on that motherfucker. But now you can't. You got a 5,000 friend limit on Facebook. Yeah, I don't know about Twitter, but you got to get followers on that. And if you send something to a random stranger, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this? Because it's so, how do I say it? There's so many people doing the same thing or they were doing the same thing, and it just became unacceptable. Now people look at that like you're handing them a flyer for the fucking grocery store that you don't shop at. They got to look at you before. They got to hear of you before compared to, now.
And you got so many people, just like you said, you got so many people that are hopping in random DMs like, hey, check this out. Hey, check this out. Mm-hmm. You go on a beat on YouTube and you got a bunch of people just like, hey, I'm an aspiring rapper. This person really inspired me. Check out my link. Go to my page. You just have thousands and thousands and thousands of people posting the same copy paste stuff.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hard to pick something out to be like, okay, I'll check this out. Because there's nothing about it that catches your eye either.
Right.
It's like, oh, this person inspired you? Okay, this person inspired you? Okay, we get it. This person inspired you. Give me something new. Give me something that I want to see that will catch my eye.
Right. And I feel that.
Yeah, it's just like the event pages anymore on like Facebook and all that. You get so many, and then when me personally, I don't really go check them every, that much more, because what's happening, because of the stupid algorithms. I'm getting a bunch of stuff that I would never even go to, but because they're close to my area,
right?
Like, hey, you should go check out this, purse party. That's like, I'm looking at rap shows. I'm looking at techno. I'm looking at raves and shit. So why are you telling me I need to go to a purse party? It's just like shit like that. It just, makes it so
Check out
irritating.
Check out Aunt
Devon's
Kathy's
with it.
Sewing Club.
Devon's into the the pure romance.
Oh yeah, you want to buy something? I got a dildo of the day deal for you.
Dildo of the day deal.
Don't tell me about deals if you were going to tell me the prices, my dude.
Well, step into my office.
Oh god.
We're gonna get into
the show.
We're gonna get into a review real quick. This is Shallow Grave. I want to mention something. Stevie Stone. I've kind of come decently close with the guy. It's featured. Stevie Stone is actually featured on this track. I want to play this just for the podcast because I got some work with Stevie Stone too. But yeah, I'll play this, and then we're gonna play Shallow Grave. Dusty, BBG actually, who is a friend of the show, and he tunes in quite a bit. I don't know if he's tuned in right now or not. One sec. Actually, we'll go to comments real quick because there's a comment that I missed. Fans are first. My bad, guys. Tita says, well, that also has to do with spam and catfish. That's why I just don't add anyone or check anything or anyone. I agree. There's a lot of that shit. But Stevie Stone is featured on their song. I do want to mention, I got to promote myself just a little bit. Stevie Stone is actually somebody that I'm working with. I'm trying to get him out here to do a show right now. He's formerly a part of Strange Music. And right before we play this, I'm proud of this moment. Dusty, I'm not trying to outshine your moment whatsoever. But I got this cool fucking shout out at one point in time.
What's good? What's good? This is the kid Stevie Stone, and I'm here to give a big shout out to the homie Highs from Morenci, Michigan. And also, I need y'all to stay tuned to some new music he got dropping. He got a record that's dropping very, very soon, featuring me called Binging, and another joint called Number One. So stay tuned. Big shout out to Highs, Morenci, Michigan. Stand up. Stevie Stone, Highs. Let's get it. Hear me?
This is Shallow Graves. It's featuring Stevie Stone. It's called Delicate. Shout out to my dude, freaking BBG. I don't know where the fuck you're at. I don't know if you're watching or not, but shout out to him. Shallow Grave. And yeah, let's give it a review. You guys know how this shit works.
Yeah. Follow me now. She can delegate. Hit your team up. Need no evidence. Fuck with me now. Bitch, you celibate. I want the green mile. You watch your element. She can delegate. She can delegate. Hit your team up. Need no evidence. She can delegate.
Got these eyes on me. I wonder what they see when they're looking at me. What you think, tell me what you see. Handsome but a sociopath sculptor. I try to maintain this disorder, a split persona. It's getting harder cause these fuckboys think they bolder than they are though, so they say they'll roll up. Let's bring you on but then the smoker. Look at the shadow gravy, fucking dead up on the sofa. Chronic overdosing brothers, and lately I've been sober from trigger pulling. Demons in my mind, it's like an omen. Now keep it going, see you at 55 below. When we up at the show, cause you said you was gonna show. Oh no, but you probably ain't. This shit get too delicate, end up MIA.
Follow me now, she can delegate. Hit your team up, need no evidence. Fuck with me now, bitch you celibate. Want the green mile, you watch your element. She can delegate. She can delegate. Hit your team up, need no evidence. She can delegate.
More rituals like blood magic. I'll sacrifice his pussy, then force him to turn to ashes. Love without a trace with no evidence. This is proof enough that your life expectancy's delicate. And the situation's fragile in a room made of glass. The moment bullets make an impact, your world could crash. Now believers get a taste of wrath. This 38 and turn your face into a Jason mask. Yeah. Pussy, if you run up, you get poked up. At 55 below, like my blade made a cold cut. To the world of the juggle, ride a death blast. Hands rest on the shallow grave, that's my breakfast. Make a bad decision, I'ma wind up at the pen. Dragging plastic swords across the cell floor. What I meant is that it's really difficult to pull the blade from your chest. Crack it open like an author at the stone. I'm the best at it.
Follow me now, she can delegate. Hit your team up, need no evidence. Fuck with me now, bitch you celibate. I want the green mile, you watch your element. She can delegate. She can delegate. team up, leave no evidence. She can delegate. She can delegate. She can delegate. Get your team up, leave no evidence. She can delegate.
I heard a 55 Below reference or two in there. Catch those guys at 55 Below, April 2nd with me. Gibby, what you got? What you think about that track?
All right. So, of course, the beat went hard. Love the intro to it. I always love a creepy intro. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. Second one, you can never go wrong with a Stevie Stone feature, even if it's just him doing the hook.
Yep.
Just the way that guy knows how to ride a beat is on point every single time.
Yep.
I would have liked to hear a verse from him, but I'm not going to be picky on this. And the second verse of the song knew how to ride this type of beat perfectly. I mean, there was no spot where it felt like he kind of switched it up or like didn't know how to really work it. Oh no, it was a constant flow.
Right.
But I gotta know what was going on with the vocals on the first verse.
Right.
The auto tune and then the auto tune and the layered vocals really threw me off hard. Like, it's not a bad song. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but the layered vocals and the auto tune really just kind of sent my brain into what the hell is going on here.
Kind of like the blend. You're talking more about the blend of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It just sounded real. It sounded off to me for some reason.
Okay. Devon, what you got? What you think about that one?
I dug that. That was, I mean, like he was saying with the vocals, that kind of threw me off, but I don't think it took a lot away from the song itself. I think it was solid all the way through. The only thing I would say is there wasn't anything that really popped and grabbed me, I guess. But overall, I think it was solid.
Hell yeah. Chad, what you got on that one? I know you disappeared for a second.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've been using a new computer, and this thing is really starting to piss me off. Brand new Mac, and half the shit doesn't want to work. But anyways, what do I think of the song? Overall, I think it is very well produced. I do agree with. With the other two guys, the first verse is, how should I put this? The first verse needs a little bit of tweaking. But I also understand why they probably did what they did. With the limited amount of time that they had to make this track. And the other thing is there's actually 3 people on this track.
Right.
And the one dude is actually very, very young.
Right.
So, I'm sure they were trying to, try to blend it as well or as good as possible to not make it sound like a teenage boy versus a grown man. You know what I mean?
Right.
But overall, I think it's a very well produced track. It's just too bad that there was not a video.
Right.
Yeah, I'd like to see a video to this. I think you could put a very, very kind of like
Yep.
horror aesthetic to it and make it look perfect.
Yep, I agree with that one.
Keita says, "Send me the download. Shit got me trap dancing in the living room. This mom still got it dropping low." All right then. Hit up BBG. Dusty Gilder's on my Facebook. I'm sure he'll send you a download. He's a really good guy. I agree with the vocal layers. The vocal layers in the first verse needed a little bit of tweaking before release, maybe. Maybe he meant to do it though. Like with new age music, I'm noticing, especially working with Jinx. Maybe he meant for that, and that's fine. Maybe it's just not my taste. Second verse, I love the way he layered the vocals. That was damn near perfect. Just I don't know, the deep voice, and it gives me good vibes. I like that.
Just knew how to ride that beat. That's all it comes down to.
Yep. So 1 out of 10, boys. What you got, Gibby? We'll start with you.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
8. Solid 8.
Yep.
What you got, Devon?
Solid 8.
I'll give it an 8.5.
Okay.
Ooh, they use
I'm gonna break it apart. I'm gonna say 8. 8 for the musical composition of the track. A solid 0 for the video production.
I give it a 1 for the video production. Don't got to go so hard on him.
We'll go 8. I'll give it an 8. It was solid. It was catchy. It's something that'll get people dancing, and I seen where they went with it. It still had the dark vibe, but like he just said, like get that twerk on to that fucking Stevie Stone in the hook. Ooh, I feel it. We're gonna go with another music review right before getting back to the panel. We actually have somebody that you mentioned earlier, Chad, Kain Kinetic, who is playing live tonight. I don't know where he's playing live, or he's at a concert, or something like that. He said he couldn't make it.
He's at a concert with his, I think, significant other.
Okay. And also I want to mention Brian Durst dropped the video to us to play at the end of the show. It's a world premiere. He sent me the MP4. I had to mix it down and stuff. He actually just got signed to 31 Records. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it. He just signed a deal with those guys. He's more of the poppy type, but it's a damn good song. The dude's got crazy talent. He was just on a podcast. They flew him out to freaking Las Vegas. I was like, all right, man, you got it going on, man.
You got that star treatment going on. Okay.
What'd you say, Devon?
Yeah, 31 Records is solid. They take good care of their people.
Yeah, I've heard. But this is Kain Kinetic. It's called Hype. It's kind of a change of pace from what we just heard, but I don't know if you guys have a feel for the techno scene. I know Chad does. But we try to keep this. We try to keep this very, very diverse. That's one of the things. I get a lot of hip hop videos, and I don't want to keep it just hip hop. This is an all informal music podcast. So yeah, here's Kain Kinetic. This one is called Hype, and check it out. You guys leave comments if you guys are watching. Leave comments, and we'll read them.
Cody, where'd you go? Cody.
Oh no.
Where did he go?
Can you see me?
No. I'm still seeing the Kain Kinetic microphone screen thing.
Oh.
Oh, there
we go.
That's a pretty
There we
overlay.
go. Anybody who's watching, I guess my Facebook is having trouble streaming. It's on Facebook's end. I just got something about it. It's still on the Rebellion page. It's still on YouTube. I prefer YouTube if you're gonna stream this, just because Facebook's been a fucking asshole about me streaming music, especially reviews. And everybody that submitted owns their music. So, what do you think about that last track, though, Gibby? Kain Kinetic.
Man, I had a lot of pros about this song. Like I had 0 cons, which is I'm picky about my techno stuff. So this was actually a breath of fresh air for me. So the first thing was definitely something you could sort of pop on like a early morning run playlist. The way it builds up and builds up, and the drop that happened just converted so well.
Yep.
Didn't have to sit and wait a long time for it. It was like, duh, boom, here you go.
And that man's been at it for a long freaking time. He knows what he's doing. I dig it. And I'm not normally into that type of music per se. I mean, it's not something that I would put on my playlist per se. But for what it is, I dig the vibe. Devon, what you got? What you think?
Did you ask something? No? Oh.
Maybe.
That made me feel like strutting around and shaking my tits. It's just a good, I mean, did its job then, right? If I heard it in the club, I'd definitely fist bump to it.
I feel it. Chad, what you got? You're the techno guy.
You already know what I'm going to say. Actually, you know, I'm a very big fan of John, not just from recently, but from his previous endeavors. You know, the dude, when it comes to like techno and like the industrial side of techno and industrial music in general, I mean, the dude is a genius. And it's a shame, you know, that he isn't not a lot further than where he is.
I agree with that.
Just for the simple fact is, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier, is you know, we're kind of being pushed into a corner, like especially us techno guys, is that you know, you're better off to try to do it organically instead of paying for stuff.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, he's worked with some pretty well-known producers and DJs, and you know, he's constantly uploading videos of him, you know, working on you know, his hardware sets. I mean, the guy spends like a ton of time and a ton of money on old-fashioned hardware, you know, to get that old-fashioned organic sound. You know, I mean, I personally use all the digital stuff, and there's a huge difference. You know, the vibe you can get out of a piece of hardware versus a software instrument is astronomical.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's getting better, but back to that particular song, you know, when it came out on Tuesday, I mean, I had that album on repeat, I bet you like 4 or 5 times. I mean, all the way start to finish, it just, it flows really well. You're not waiting a ton of time for a major buildup, you know, to any of the tracks, really. This particular song is probably the second best on the album that I feel. There's one more. I don't have the title in front of me right now, but there's one other song I think would be like a festival banger if it could get in the right hands.
Right.
So, overall, good shit.
I like it. It was hype all the way through. Like I said, not my thing personally, but for what it was, I mean, I could see the right person vibing like a motherfucker. It's one of those things that just gets your heart pumping, you know. It's
yeah.
But as far as ratings, what you guys got, Gibby? Start with you.
10. 10.
10. I agree, quality wise, and yep. Devin, what you got?
9.
9. Chad?
I gotta go with Gibby's answer. 10, just for the simple fact of how well it's produced. You know, like I'm gonna take like the arrangement and everything out of it, but just the way it's been mixed and produced, it's just it shows that the dude knows what he's doing and he knows what he's after. And I hope, you know, in my endeavor with this whole techno stuff, and my style is completely different than his, even. But I hope I can get to a point where my shit's gonna sound as polished as his.
Right.
Yeah, it's just, you know, that's my goal, and there may be something in the works. I can't talk about it right now, but you know, to help me get to that point.
Well, before we get to my opinion on it, Keita says I was definitely vibing 10. I'll give it a 9.5. And the reason being, it's not my thing. I just don't. If I have
fives, man, you people in your 0.5.
No, you haven't met Jake. Last week he was giving like 8.25 to shit. Shout out to Jake. Shout out to Jake who's in Toledo tonight. I hope his set went well. That was
Dude,
one of the
did you watch
things
the
I wanna
video?
mention again. It happened. My goal was accomplished by connecting people that way. Because Jake met T-Jax through the podcast. And
Hey,
T-Jax was like, dude, that dude's dope, and finally got him out to Ohio. And that's kind of the aim for everything here. But yeah, 9.5, and it's kind of based on just what I listen to. It's not for the right crowd. It's for the right crowd. It's just not my thing. So it's no hater shit whatsoever. But yeah, back to the panel.
Hey, speaking of Jake, did you watch T-Jax's feed earlier of Jake?
No, I didn't.
Dude, he was like, whoa. He was on the money, man.
No shit.
Jacob was on the money.
I'll have to check that out.
Yep.
But back to the panel. Here's a good one. What are the most important factors to focus on before releasing new music? We'll start with Gibby. I mean, you kind of got some sort of insight. But
Yeah, I do have a lot of musician friends that do send me tracks before it gets put out, and I get told, hey, give me your honest opinion.
Yeah.
All the time. And 9 times out of 10, what do?
You do.
Give me my honest opinion.
Yep.
Some things I look for is how well it's mixed. The beat, that's more of a my thing.
Right.
And what crowd you want to promote it to.
Yeah.
Like when you did Hometown Love.
Right.
That's a very niche audience.
Right.
When you and Jinx did the track, that's a very niche audience.
Right.
So it's more of how it sounds, yes, is a good thing, but you also need to figure in what audience you want to promote that to also.
Right. Right. What about you, Devin? Being on a band, you know, what's the most important factors to focus on before you actually release a song, a video, anything?
I think the most important factor would be writing the music.
Quality, yeah.
Well, I'm just being a
quality
smart ass, but if you're thinking as far as like getting it ready to be released, like you got a new song already, it's a good idea to share with other people, listening to it on different sound systems. I guess that's a big thing before releasing. You have to go with how you're going to market it, I guess, going into what's already been said, who you're going to push this to or whatever. Other than that.
Oh, shit.
Hometown.
No. Let's be on the dashboard. Rebellion guy.
Dashboard. I always get those two mixed
up. I don't even know the song.
We'll go to Chad. What are the most important factors to focus on before releasing new music?
You know, I think the very first basic thing that every artist, irregardless of genre, should do is define a goal as to what you ultimately want to achieve. And like having a goal, I don't mean, you know, playing Madison Square Garden next year. Because quite honestly, it ain't going to fucking happen. At least not in the first year, unless you are one lucky SOB that, you know, just happened to land in the right hands. But I mean, the chances of that are very slim to none. Okay? So having a goal, a obtainable goal, you know, let's say you want to go record an EP, and, you know, you and your guys, you know, if you're in a band setting where you and your producer, you know, or your studio or your buddy that's going to help you record the stuff, you know, have a defined goal as to where you want to go.
Yeah.
And then, you know, obviously go put some effort into your recording. You know, don't record on your smartphone and then call it a kick-ass album. Because yes, you can do some cool shit on your phones nowadays, but there's something about you know, taking the time and actually learning your tools. If you are going to do it yourself, you know, learn your tools. You know, I'm still learning my tools that I have, and I've had my mixer for almost 10 years. Well, not 10, 8 years. I'm sorry. You know, my piano. You know, I've had it for like 2 years now, and there's still buttons on here. I don't know what the fuck they're, you know, that stuff within the softwares that, you know, if you play around with it, you know, but the one thing I do have to say, don't spend a shit ton of time on YouTube trying to figure out your software. Do it yourself. Do it yourself so you know what you're doing. You know, because you might come across something that's going to be like, whoa, what was that? You know? And then after that, you know, put a little bit of marketing strategy together, you know, just like the other two guys already said, you know, find your people that you want to market this stuff to. And, you know, I mean, obviously, if you're in a rock band, you don't want to go showing up at a rap show, dropping CDs and flyers to a bunch of rappers. They're probably going to be like, what the hell is this? You know? It's a waste of your money and time, and vice versa. You know, you're wasting their money and time. You know, find the group of people that you want to market to, and quite honestly, I struggle with that, like hardcore, yeah, because the electronic genre is so diverse. You know, the age range is from like 15 to 60. I mean, it's so hard to find the right group. At least for me. But I'm not a marketing genius either. You know, I'd rather pay somebody to do it for me, but you know, but that costs money, and money I don't have. So it's like a vicious, you know, cycle. But you know, I'm trying, you know, new ways of trying to, you know, reach people, and you know, but we'll just have to see. I'm not giving up though. That is another key factor of what is the most important factor to focus on before releasing your music. Don't fucking give up. Don't give up. It ain't, you know, the first, I don't know. I'm just going to bring up a band that everybody absolutely hates. I mean, I hate them too. Nickelback.
Yeah.
Their very first big song.
Don't throw me in that crowd. I like Nickelback. Don't throw me in that. Don't throw me in that generalization. I like Nickelback.
But you know, their very first big hit was already 15 years old before it actually made it.
Yeah, that's a big thing. You might have a gem on your hands. Just don't give up on that shit.
Yeah, don't give up. You know,
you gotta have that full belief about this thing. What the fuck was that?
I was wondering the same thing. I thought I was just tripping out for a second.
Yeah, don't give up.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I think having a marketing plan, quality music first of all. Don't put out bullshit. Don't put out something that you have any doubts in. That's been one of my biggest things lately with my new album is I don't want to put out bullshit. I want to put out something that I'm unconfident in. Because who knows if that's gold that's sitting in my fucking hands. Why not perfect that shit before throwing it to people? Then get that marketing plan down. Have your confidence in every single song you put out, and then get a marketing plan behind it. And I think that's a big thing for me. And I'm kind of just rediscovering, I guess.
Yeah. But on that note, Cody, is there's that very fine line of being perfect and perfecting a song.
Right.
Because if you focus too much on being perfect, you're going to lose the interest in the song.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to get to a point where it will never be finished. You know, like sometimes, be it in, you know, I'm thinking back to like my metal days. I mean, there were times when we went and recorded songs and you listen back to them and everybody was content with them.
Right.
But, you know, we ended up like trying to perfect it and make it better. And, you know, by changing like one note here and a note there, and then the way it got mixed, you know.
At the end of the song, it don't even feel like yours.
Correct. And so don't, you know, there's that fine line. You know, make it sound as good as you can for the time.
Yep.
You know, and then listen to it maybe the next day 1 or 2 times. And then if it's still vibing the way you felt, you know, when you wrote it and recorded it, and then fucking move on.
Right.
Go to the next one.
I feel it.
That's just my opinion on it. I mean, there are some people out there that are going to tell me, dude, you fucking stupid. But,
well, I'm a little bit different too, and like Jinx was kind of surprised because I was writing like verses in like 15 minutes. I'm whipping up shit. I'm fast. Yeah. The thing is, though, I've kind of took it. I don't know. I guess it was kind of a thing that I did that I was influenced even more by hearing Chance the Rapper say it. Was I write how I'm feeling now? That's why I like writing on the spot. I don't like writing songs before I go to the studio. I got to feel that shit when I'm there because at the present moment, you're never going to capture that feeling again. And I guess that's kind of where I'm going with it. And being an engineer of my own shit, I think that's where I'm the perfectionist at is, you know, this part don't sound right to me. It's got to sound spot the fuck on at that point in time of what I'm feeling, which is a whole different conversation, but
yeah, it is. You know, just to elaborate on that just for one split more second is, you know, when I record and write, be it techno or even rock and metal, is that I think of back in the day, like the 60s and 70s.
Right.
You know, when those guys didn't have the technology and you actually had to know what the hell you were doing. You went and recorded because you had one chance.
Right.
You know,
nail in one shot and that's it. But we're gonna get back to music video reviews. We actually got a video this time. Young Chuck submitted it. It's featuring T Diamond. It's called Crazy. You heading out, Devon?
Yeah, I gotta turn in. Thanks for having me.
Tell people where they can check you out at in your bands.
Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud.
What the fuck's the name of your band?
Shit, I forgot. What did I call it? Odious Ones. I know people are gonna have a hard time spelling that. Odious. And Agatha Haag.
Yeah.
That's another one that's kind of weird spelling, but just 2 A's in the Haag. We're making it hard for people to find our music. Great job, guys.
For sure. Thanks for joining in, man. We appreciate you.
See yous.
All right, thanks, Devon.
Son of a bitch.
We're going to go back to
Agatha Haag.
We're going to go back to music review for a second. And we got Young Chuck featuring T Diamond. It's called Crazy. Let me find that shit. There it is. Yeah, you guys know what to do. Comment in the comment section and let us know what you think. And check these guys out if you like them. I encourage that shit.
Energy made this one. I go crazy. Don't fuck with me if you ain't trying to go crazy. Trying to go up, baby. Billionaire boom click shit. What up?
Look, hey, yo, I step up in the spot and I make them go crazy. All money in, nigga, fuck you, pay me. You can cuff your broad, I still get your lady. Talking that shit, cause my spit game crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy,
My bitch don't feel me, get a new one. I need her stuck to me like a glue gun. To replace them, emotions stay racing. Bitch try to cougar my dreams, but I'm Jason.
I'm hell raising, but my name Chucky. Took your bitch to Doug House and hit her with the Dougie. Fuck a cop, smack a bitch nigga in public. Told the cop to quit his job and come and work for me.
All that lazy shit, it don't work for me. Told the bitch she want the dick, she gotta work for me. Told her make it rain and make it twerk for me. The way they biting styles, she gon' get a birth for me.
Hey, I might smack him with a handgun. If you see me ballin', it's up in some man ones. Every nigga in my crew shoot. Bands in my hand, see me rockin' full bro.
Look, and I'm polo to the flow. Pull up with a stallion, put the pogo in your hoe. My nigga, this a business, I'ma charge you with the dough. Don't be asking for no verse, that you paying for the flow.
Ooh, shit. Kick in the door, waving the fofo. It just came in, but I sold all the coke. I just bought a chain, cause I got a bankroll.
Niggas talking gangster, really he a hoe. Bored under pressure, watch that bitch fold. Niggas talking legends, in my city I'ma go. BC 2-3, greatest story ever told.
I step up in the spot and I make them go crazy. All money in, nigga, fuck you, pay me. You can cuff your broad, I still get your lady. Talking that shit, cause my spit game crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy.
So what you got, Gibby?
I was so bored. I'm sorry, man. Like, this is not on some hate shit. This is really just like, there was nothing about that song that stood out. It's the same 808 covered beat I hear all the time.
Okay.
That basically every rapper uses. The flow, there was nothing new about the flow. The bars were very, very, very basic. Okay. There was nothing like intelligent in there. It's the same. I got this. I got this. It's the same. It's the same thing I've been hearing for the last 5 years. Nothing in the video even caught my attention because, again, same thing. You got a bunch of people. You got the lean. You got the Hennessy. There's nothing new that stood out. There was nothing that kept my attention throughout that entire thing.
Right. Chad, what you got?
So halfway through the video, I was thinking like, okay, what would the song sound like without the video?
Right.
And I have to jump on Gibby's bandwagon. It was your typical, inner city rap, style. I was very pleased to see though in the video that they were using, non-standard props per se. Like some of the women in the videos, they weren't like what you would typically see in a rap video.
They were fully clothed.
What was that?
They were fully clothed.
Yeah, or in the various sizes of women. You don't really see that very much either.
Right.
And then they were using some of like the low dollar props, like the AN1s and the FUBUs that you can buy at Walmart. I mean that is stuff that stood out to me, but other than that, it's your typical inner city rap song that everybody's already made about 20 times. Yeah.
We got some reviews from Kita. She said, I mean, all in all, first one that didn't get me off the couch. And I'm not giving it like a bad review. I mean, it's something that you would hear, but it would be kind of like a filler song at a club. And it's not hating whatsoever, but it's kind of like one of those filler songs you just play, and you got to go pee. Like, I love you, Chucky. I love you, Chucky. Chucky's my dude, but just one of those songs. Like, I don't know. There was nothing that stood out. It's kind of like listening to the fucking radio, and it's no hate whatsoever.
You play it because there's nothing else on.
Kind of, yeah. No hate whatsoever. Just constructive criticism.
No, bro, I got nothing bad to say about you. I don't know you. Just the song didn't sit with me. So
1 out of
Yeah,
10. What you got, Gibby?
1.
1. Chad?
This is a tough one, man. You know, the production was okay. The video was okay. You know, I think I'm gonna go with like a solid 5. You know, because it is that particular style of song. I think it is very specific to a certain crowd.
Right.
You know,
Just
so,
not your thing.
No,
It's
it's really not. And just like Gibby just said, I don't know this dude. I couldn't even pick him out in a crowd.
Right.
So I mean, no hate whatsoever. It's you know, maybe next time try to you know, depending on you know, how much time you have, put a little more storyline behind the video production.
Right.
You know, to get it to pop out maybe a little bit more.
I'll give it a 6. Video wise, I like the video per se. I mean, just for being something local, that's pretty cool. But the song, I think Chuck has better songs in his library. Personally, like just being a fan of his over the years, and I wasn't too impressed. That's the first time I've seen that, and I don't know, just nothing stood out. It just felt like you're listening to the fucking radio, you know. And I don't want that. There's enough of that.
It's the same, like I said, it's the same thing that we've been hearing the last 5 years.
Yeah. All right, back to the panel. Alicks, try to log in. Just keep trying to log in. I know you logged in the other night. I've been here for a minute. I don't know if your internet's working or what. Back to the panel though. Here's a good one. You know what an electronic press kit is, don't you, Gibby? No. Basically, I don't know. We'll discuss this one. Chad could probably emphasize on it. We'll go to Chad on this one. What is the importance of having an EPK and keeping it up to date?
Well, you know, it all depends on what you're trying to do, you know, with your music. You know, if you're actively trying to find gigs and you know, actively trying to reach promoters and venue owners and maybe even you know, movie producers or, you know, ad producers or anything along that line, an EPK is very, very important. And the key of an EPK is an electronic press kit, meaning fucking take an A4 page, one page, and summarize your entire career with the best of the best on that one page. Like basically, I'm like getting super excited over here.
I can tell you. I can tell. I can see the gleam in your eyes.
So it's like a resume when you go apply for a job.
Mm-hmm. It's almost a resume.
I mean, the first thing that anybody that is looking to hire somebody, the first thing they want to see is like, okay, who is this cat, and how, like, what can they do for me in a matter of seconds?
Kind of like an experience thing, like my EPK. You know, I list. You know, I open for this. Here's my top 7 songs, and you're trying to send it to a venue.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's very important. You know, a one pager, really short, to the point. You know, summarize your career. You know, don't be telling them that you play shows where there's only 10 people there. You know, highlight the ones that you played for 200 people. Like and it put some references on there. You know, if you have a promoter that is like super hype on you, then you know, get their permission to have them put on there. You know, as a reference. You know, get creative with this damn thing.
Yeah, but that's one thing. That's one thing people were asking me about, because All Bark No Bite was like my first like release, and fuck, since way back, you know, I haven't released shit like that. And they're like, well, how are you getting tour dates with all your old music? It's like, well, an EPK, put the new music in there. It's not released yet, but they can get a new feel
Yep.
And then on top of that, you know, you see like open for this, open for that, open for, you know, so and so, and they kind of flock to that. Like, wow, this dude's been around for a minute.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'll throw him on this.
Yep.
And that's kind of that's what I'm noticing. Like people are like, whoa, how'd you get a show in fucking, you know, like Missouri, for example? Well, EPK.
Yeah, you know, there for a minute I worked with a small management company, and you know, they even wrote like a Facebook EPK type deal. You know, and it like that will fit perfectly into like a chat box. Right. Or you know, I mean, there's definitely some ways to go about this, but you know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to put on there like similar artists or in the sound of, you know, something along the line. So like for the ones that don't have a clue who the hell you are, you know, they can get a vibe right from the get go. You know, if you sound or if you are influenced by highs. You know, put that shit on there.
Who's that?
You know, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm going to use you as an example. You know, like mine, you know, has you know, like I'm severely influenced by this German DJ called Boris Brejcha. I mean, I'm not afraid to put it on there. You know, now every genre is a little bit different too when it comes to like the whole EPK thing. Like for example, in the DJing world and the techno world, you better have a mix somewhere.
Yeah.
Like a live mix of you actually mixing songs and like putting the whole thing together. You know, setting like basically recording a whole set where they can see the peaks and the valleys, and you know, and your song selection and how you are blending the stuff together. You know, with rap songs, I don't know much about the whole rap game, but like in the metal world, you know, if you have a solid video, you know, reference that and provide the links on the EPK so that people can go check it out.
Yeah. And that's a big thing with getting booked. I know you're kind of out of this one, Gibby.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm just this is actually informative because I know nothing about this. So listening to you guys talk about it, I'm learning new shit right now, and I'm just soaking it all in.
That's one of the things, like building a resume. Like, and I talked about it with Jinx a little bit. He's kind of young and coming up, kind of, you know, he ain't been led right, and I'm not gonna say in like all the wrong ways, but there's some things like, how do I get booked here? It's like, put together an EPK, send it to this promoter, send it to this bar owner, send it to, you know, just keep smashing them with it. As long as you've got a solid set of songs, even like 5 to 7 songs. I think there's 7 in mine, but I've been doing it for fucking 17 years. There better be 7 in mine.
Which he has a good catalog of songs to show to people. That's the thing.
Yeah, he does. Like every song he's put out, well, besides this early shit, but we won't talk about that. Everybody has that shit.
Sure do.
But as far as, you know, the songs or accomplishments, who you open for, what kind of crowds you've been in front of, it just shows, you know, the bar owner, that promoter that you think might not book you. Once I start sending those out, I'm like, holy fuck, dude! Like, how the fuck am I getting shows in fucking like Illinois or, you know, like Missouri? Or they look at that. And they're like, wow, this guy's got a little track record on him. You know, it's like applying for a job. You know, you're not going to apply to be a fucking astronaut when you worked at a grocery store your entire life.
Where's Illinois?
But you know, and another good thing with like having an EPK is it shows the promoters that you are serious about what you're doing, and it also helps them guide them into the right direction as to, you know, how they are going to lay out a show. Right. You know, if they're working on, let's say there's a booker like myself that, you know, dabbles in multiple genres. You don't necessarily want to mix a bunch of rap with rock and techno and have like a big giant like mumbo jumbo party.
Right.
Sometimes it works. But like if you're working on a hip hop night, for example, you know, and you send me an EPK that is more like pop rock, you know, I'm going to put that off to the side. But if I actually like it, what I'm hearing, I'm going to hang on to it because I know 3 months from now, I already have a tentative date booked for a rock show.
Right.
You know, and then I'm going to pull that file back out and be like, oh, yeah, I remember these guys. You know, let's reach out to them, see if they still want to jump on the show. You know, and definitely with the EPK, and it all goes back to like all the previous talks that we've had so far is don't take it personal when a promoter tells you no.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
keep working for it.
Yeah, it might not be the right opportunity. It might be a blessing in disguise for all we know. You know, but it might just not be the right time. You know, to break into that market.
Right.
You know. Just keep working at it, you know, take that same EPK and send it to the next guy. Send it to the next bar. Send it to another band if need be, you know, and have them help you. I mean, don't give up. Don't give up, man.
Yep, that's what it's about. Don't. In the end, that's what it comes down to, too. Just don't. Especially with bookers, man. I've noticed, like, no, we ain't booking rap at this time. Okay, that's fine. You know, and now I got this, like, prerogative, like, I got a rock band, bitch.
Pretty soon I'll put on the boots and we'll do country too.
Oh yeah, I got a little country for you. I'll dance like a fucking Backstreet Boy. Get me on that stage, and then bring my rap, and then bring my rock, or you know, however it goes. You know.
Hey, you want me to break out some Village People type shit? I got that too. I got everything.
Oh, dude, I'm a pro at the YMCA. Let me tell you what, I am a pro at the YMCA.
Just don't dance.
Mess up the Y a couple times.
But we'll get back. We got another review before another panel question. This next one is a good buddy of mine. We actually have a couple songs together, I think. Tempest Van Gogh. Remember him, Gibby?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I remember having one of your guys' songs on repeat for quite a while.
The Water Made Me Do It.
Yeah.
He's got a video out featuring Boom the Bomb. It's called You Hear. I encourage everybody, leave comments. Let us know what you think. Let the artists know what you think. They're watching this too. Or they're going to watch it if they're in bed or having a social life, unlike me. But
who needs those?
Well, what the fuck is that? But yeah, Tempest Van Gogh is called You Hear. It's featuring Boom the Bomb. Leave some comments and let's get it popping.
Hey, yo, Tempest, you lit, bro? Cause I'm lit.
Yeah.
Van Gogh! On the bomb.
Alexa, play.
Let's go.
I'm in my TP like past the peace pipe. Smoking with the bleak weed, not the cheap type. Got the cameras all on me like a street fight. Make a hater see red and blue like a police light. I'm in my TP like past the peace pipe. Smoking with the bleak weed, not the cheap type. They got their cameras all on me like a street fight. Make a hater see red and blue like a police light. Shout out to the ones smoking original. Tempest Van Gogh, the incredible. Shout out to the ones smoking original. Tempest Van Gogh, the incredible. I'm going MC Hammer, you can't touch this, no pat down. Voices in my head, just won't quiet down cause my pack loud. Give it to them raw, I'm like Stone Cold back to SmackDown. I sit back and laugh at haters, talk smack in the background. All you do is sit there looking stupid while you stare at me. Jealous cause I got it and you don't, you're so embarrassing. Everybody wanna be a chief and ain't a Cherokee. Better seek some therapy, you do not compare to me. I'm in my TP like past the peace pipe. Smoking with the bleak weed, not the cheap type. Got the cameras all on me like a street fight. Make a hater see red and blue like a police light. I'm in my TP like past the peace pipe. Smoking with the bleak weed, not the cheap type. They got their cameras all on me like a street fight. Make a hater see red and blue like a police light.
Hey, hop in the coupe, the top getting loose. I'm puffing like Snoop, my pockets is blue. It's nothing to do. then ride with my crew. In the city like street lights, on the mission trying to reach heights. People mad at me, but I don't see these clowns because I'm taking off like it's a cheap flight. Told them look at the passion, look what just happened, look how I'm snapping. I'm really a savage, these niggas be lacking, don't want no action. Ayy, I heard that they talking, not getting no digits. Don't matter the smoke, you know that I with it. Load up the rifles and sharpen my vision, keep busting and busting till all of them finish. Know what's up, they ain't never been dope enough. Niggas need to open up. Told them what it was and I told them when it ate, but I guess they on that bogus stuff. Happens when you don't speak life. Smoking gas, I got 3 types. Van Gogh, doing the bomb. After this hit, they won't sleep right.
I'm in my TP like that's a peace pipe. Smoking with the bleak weed, not the cheap type. Got the cameras all on me like a street fight. Make a hater see red and blue like a police light. I'm in my TP like that's a peace pipe. Smoking with the bleak weed, not the cheap type. They got their cameras all on me like a street fight. Make a hater see red and blue like a police light.
So thoughts, Gibby. What you think about that one?
Oh,
That was tough.
I got a soft spot for smoking songs. I got a soft spot for bouncy beats, and I got a soft spot for shooting a video in a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
It was there was nothing I could complain about it. It kept my attention the entire time. The video was constantly moving. That big ass joint they had was, whew, can only imagine what happens after smoking that. And I was kind of going into the second verse like, okay, I really hope this guy keeps the same energy. Like he doesn't go into it with sort of the mellow stoner rap sort of thing. Nope. Kept that energy right on time.
Yeah, I feel it.
So I got nothing to complain about this song for. It's all pros.
Vibey as fuck.
Oh yeah.
That's one thing he told me right after we did the Water Made Me Do It. He's like, dude, I'm gonna change shit up. He's like, I just feel like my sound's so much more than what I'm showing. I'm like, go for it, man. He's always had a good sound. Any sound he's ever done. Chad, what you got?
That's your typical rap song, dude. Talking about weed, getting high.
Okay.
Same shit, different song.
Okay.
I personally think Tempest Van Gogh has a lot better songs than that.
Yeah.
You know, I like his old shit better than this.
Yeah.
You know, but I might have to listen to this one again. You know, I mean, the beat's definitely on point.
Right.
The video is they definitely took their time and actually laid it out, and it goes really well with the song. The production of the video is definitely on point. You can tell that they took their time, laid it out, and you know, whoever did the camera work was on point. Whoever edited, definitely on point. You know, the overall mix of the song, very, very well put together. But just the lyrical content of the song, it just wasn't appealing to me at all. But you know, Boom, is that the guy's name? Yeah, Boom the Bomb.
Yeah.
That part really grabbed my attention because it was completely different than what Tempest was doing.
Right.
You know, but other than that, I you know, like I said, no hate whatsoever. I just think I will have to listen to that song again. You know, to and like not pay so much attention to like the lyrical content.
Right.
You know, but overall, it was very well put together.
Yep, I agree. And I want to mention that Young Chuck from the earlier song that we had, he is actually the dude that he directed the video and all that too. He does video and a bunch of different stuff. He's multi-talented. Yes, he is a very talented dude. I love the song. I like the vibey rap. Some of the vibey rap, the newer vibey rap, not like the auto-tune fucking ride the beat with the. I don't like that per se. And it's not that I have hate against it. It's not on my playlist. I get along.
He rode the beat very well. Like it was just perfect wavy type shit.
And his newer shit's like that. Like that's why I like his new style. I like his new style a lot. Like I actually have him on my album. That's something new that I'll bring to light. Yeah, he did a little remix of an older song for the album. I'm bringing a couple back. So, but 1 out of 10. What you got, Gibby?
10.
10.
10. Solid 10.
Solid 10. What you got, Chad?
I'm gonna pull a Jake, I think.
Oh
no.
No, I'm gonna go with taking the lyrical content out of it. Definitely a 9.
A 9.
A 9.
Okay.
With the musical or the lyrical content, it's gonna bring it down to a 7.82935.
Okay. Okay.
And the only reason being is, and no hate whatsoever, I don't smoke weed.
That's why.
Yeah, I was about to say that makes more sense because I'd say like Wiz Khalifa is definitely my top 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For my time.
I love Wiz.
Yeah,
I love Wiz and his stuff. It's just, it's not something I'm going to be blaring, every day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I feel it. Before we get to mine, Korea Ryan, Kita, she says 8.5. I'm going to give it a solid 9. I like the vibey. That vibe just, I don't know. Something about the vibe, and the video went together well with it. And which I understand, if you don't smoke weed, to each his own, but that's one of those ones you just like, yeah, dude.
Don't worry, Tempest. I got your back on this one. Got these other two up here, not even give you a solid 10. I got this. I got you on this one.
All right, we'll get back to panel discussion real quick. The last question of the night before Chad drops his infamous line, which I found something for you, Chad.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
And this goes for podcasts too. I expected Devon to stick around a little bit longer, and Alicks was supposed to be in here, but he said he had connection issues. But for a podcast, let's put it in your terms, because you haven't done like a rap show, I don't think. No.
Boy, I have no songs out there.
What's your typical pregame routine before doing a podcast?
All right. Well, first, of course, I gotta use the bathroom first of all, because I'm sitting there for a good hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'm not going to get up in the middle of it.
Right.
It's go to the bathroom, smoke, drink some coffee, make sure everything is set up, because I swear half the time I'm like sitting looking at my settings like, is this going? Is this going? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my big issues is like audio, because I do live streams.
Right.
And it is a cold day in hell before somebody will tell you that, hey, we can't hear you, bro.
Right.
Like, we can't hear a thing. That is a cold day in hell. So make sure all my settings are right. Make sure I got all of my topics set up. They're in order. Make sure if I have anybody, I connected with them, give them a specific time to start. Right. Or like, hey, hop in 15 minutes early before the show starts so we can do a little sound test.
Punctuality.
Yeah.
Huge.
Punctuality is key, people. Punctuality is key.
Now, hold up. We got a comment. He dances in ladies' dresses. I've seen it. Explain real quick. Hate to get off topic.
So I have no, you know me. I'm a person that will do anything for entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm one, if it's entertaining, I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like what I do, that sounds like a you problem. That's not a me problem. So, of course, I grew up with, I grew up with sisters. So, of course, they paint my nails, they paint my toenails. And then people, get me a shit-faced drunk and it's like, oh, you bet you won't wear a dress. Oh, really?
Oh, watch me. Watch me.
I'm a fifth deep and I'm about to show you up. It's always the, you tell me I'm not going to do it. No, I'm going to do it, because I have a tattoo on my leg that I can't show on YouTube because of that mindset.
Say what I'm supposed to do. I told everybody to.
Yeah, but
I had to go there. I'm sorry.
it's because I live by the phrase, I do what I want to do as long as it makes me happy and I'm not hurting anybody.
Yep. Best way to live too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Here's that one, even though it's just water.
Those are good words.
But and the last thing is make sure the song I have playing before I start my show, I won't get slammed with it because I do upload them to podcast feeds. So I can't be like, hey, I'm going to play something off the top 20 hits. Guess who's getting hit with a copyright strike on that one?
Yup.
So just make sure I run it with people, or I know it's not copyright strike. It's a lot of technical shit.
Right.
That I just got to run through. So coffee, smoke, bathroom, technical stuff, and then I'm ready to rock.
What you got, Chad? What do you do before your performance to get ready, get prepared?
I'm very simple, I guess. Usually, obviously you get to the venue before anybody else is there.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if I, try to record something in my basement, or even try to make a video, or even like a 2-minute video or whatever for TikTok or whatnot. Always make sure that I show up before I'm going to actually do it.
Right.
If it's a live show, obviously show up before anybody else is there. Make sure the equipment's set up, ready to go. Do sound checks. Do a mic check. Just make sure it all works.
Right.
And that, make sure that, the playlist that I'm going to use, if it is like my own stuff that I'm going to be playing that night, then, I have a folder that I have my songs in there, and then I'm going to try to, incorporate stuff on the fly based on the crowd.
Right.
So with DJing, it's a little harder to prepare, I guess, like set, unless it's all your original stuff. You know, but like if I'm DJing a bar for 4 hours, I don't lay out 4 hours worth of music, and I'm going to stick by that. So it happens on the fly, really. But that's, in my opinion, that's what makes a good DJ. It's you got to be able to read the room. If you got a bunch of 30 to 40-year-olds in there, you don't want to play anything from like the 2020s. Right. You want to play like 90s and early 20s. Because that's what makes them hot. Because that's, it's just, it works. But like for me personally, like when I go play, every show I do, you see this cup right here? It's usually full. And
I've been sure. He's the grandpa of the show, so
so
there's a shirt in that motherfucker.
I drink a lot of coffee. I smoke cigarettes. So I'm usually I usually go try to find a corner where I'm by myself. Smoke. Sip on my coffee. Also, like Gibby said, use the restroom. Obviously, if you're DJing a 4-hour set, you're gonna have to rely on some playlists every once in a while, so you can step outside for a quick second to go, take a couple puffs on a cigarette, or run up to the bar and grab a drink, or run through the restroom real quick. Obviously you don't want to be gone for too long, but it happens where you gotta go.
Wanted to make a Trailer Park Boys reference there, but I didn't know how well it would land. So
full send, motherfucker. Full send.
Got them dirty old piss jugs, Ricky.
But yeah, no, I mean for me, it's all very simple. I mean, even back in the day when I was in bands and whatnot, it was always, it's the same routine: a cup of coffee, a couple smokes, a quiet corner somewhere. Sometimes go sit in the car or whatever. For like 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just to clear the head and to really focus on what you're about to do. You know, it's like when you're going to work, you know. And for me, the big part is like when I play live somewhere, be it a 4-hour bar night gig that still has my name attached to it, or if I'm going to play my original stuff, it don't matter. There's going to be somebody in that room that paid, you know, anywhere from $2 to $5 to walk into that building.
Right.
So I'm going to do whatever I can to give them what they pay for.
Yep.
You know.
Give them that G.G. Allen experience.
Not quite. Not quite.
He went there.
Yes, he did. That's more Cody's thing.
Yeah.
I would love to see
time.
Cody try and do a G.G. Allen experience. I would pay wicked money to see that.
Come to Hillsdale. I got a Cash App. April 2nd.
Bro, that's not even out of the norm for Hillsdale. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, I was gonna say.
Do you want me to make it out of the norm?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Cody, I've lived in this town for a long fucking time, and you know, I've done a lot of shows at that bar as a performer and as a booker and as the management staff of that bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never heard so many fucked up stories than what you get yourself into there.
That's
and
the
I'm serious,
part.
dude. I've had national touring bands in that place, you know, to the point where freaking Days End called me and told me, you are not putting any bands in this place anymore. You know, but then I talked to Cody and he said, oh yeah, dude, you won't believe what happened to me last night. How?
No. All right. I'm going to answer the question, and then I'll give you guys a story.
Yes.
I haven't shared this with the podcast or the public besides my friends and shit, like in the music industry and that I've worked with. But my pregame routine is basically I limit myself to 2 beers before a show. This is like more recent. Back in the day, I used to perform drunk as fuck. That it was live. I mean, people didn't notice. Well, they might have, but back in the day, it was vodka. And but my thing now is having that moment to yourself, those 3 minutes to yourself. You just walk away. I had one annoying ass fan at the Polish Ostrich in Toledo where Jake was at tonight. And he started walking with me, and one of my dudes is like, hey, dude, just leave him alone. You just got to take that second to yourself. Realize here, I got to go do this. Let's get this over with. Then we can have some fun, whatever. And, yeah. That's usually my thing, though, is like 3 beers, hit that stage, perform your ass off, get the fuck off stage. The fun begins then. Take it serious. Back in the day, I didn't. I was tripping all over fucking. I watched some of my old live video. I'm like, wow, that's fucked up. People didn't notice, though. It was just kind of part of the act. But nowadays, but yeah, back to 55 Below.
55 Below. Good God.
So my first show ever there, or not my first show, because it was the Underground, my first show at that venue. My first rap show there. I was like, Ali Hydro, shout out to him. He was my hype man at the time. And I'm like, dude, you know, I'm gonna stay sober tonight. It's all good, you know. And I had some fans show up in the parking lot way early, blasting my shit. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, this gets me hype, you know. People from out here really know me like that. Which it ain't far away, but Hillsdale, I didn't know I had fans in Hillsdale. So we sat in that little backstage area they have there. And somebody kept sending back test tube shots. 16 at a time. And we probably got like 7 of those. So me and my crew were just like, well, fuck it. And I'm like, who the fuck's sending these? And they're like, oh, it's this dude sitting at the table over there, this and that. And it was that dude that was blaring my music. So the story ensues. And let's just say that this dude, I had Ali drive my car at the end of the night. I was like, he didn't drink at all. He cut himself off. He's like, no, I'm good. And he wasn't my hype man at the time. I was by myself, and he hadn't had anything to drink though, and like everybody else that rode with us did. and he didn't know how to turn on my radio. He wasn't used to like the new school cars with the fucking XM radio and all that shit. Didn't know my volumes, nothing. His cousin did a number in the back on me. And yeah, he had to hear it all driving my car.
Only in
I'm
those
not saying
days.
names. I'm not putting nobody on blast like that, but I was like, God damn, I forgot all about that. Those test tube shots, man. Don't even take shots from fans anymore. I'm done with that shit.
Dude, that only happens in Hillsdale.
Yeah, Hillsdale has the most fucked up stories. Well, this dude is like dancing like hella sweet, like up in front of the stage, like break dancing and shit. Then I found out he was a meth head from like a diehard.
That explains it. That explains a lot.
No, I showed up to my job like probably 3 weeks later to find out he was a maintenance man. He's like, yeah, dude, you were that guy that performed there the other night. I'm like, you're that guy.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about now, dude.
I ain't put nobody on blast.
Oh, I know.
God damn.
Not saying names, but
No.
I know exactly who you're talking about now.
Please tell me you deadpanned like that exactly when he said it too. Just, oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, you're the method. I'm like, wow. Well, explains my workplace. Gotta get out of here. All right. So the funny stories are over with. Let's get back to a music review. I think all you guys are cool with him. He submitted his video tonight. Jinx the Preacher. You guys know he had a music video?
Who is this?
Jinx?
Who we talking about?
Oh, some freaking Straggit.
Well, we'll see what he does. We'll see how good it is.
Yeah, he has a video for Grime Creatures. This is my hype man, by the way. We actually all know who he is. But he has a video for Grime Creatures. Let's give it a review. Fuck it. Let's be hard on that boy.
Clap them cheeks, boy. I ain't going easy on you.
What'd you say, Chad?
Is this the one where he's standing in front of the wall at the very beginning?
I think so.
Yeah, I've already seen it, but let's do it.
I said I'm fine. I said I'm fine, bitch. Lush hoes, we smoking pine. We smoking pine, bitch. Sickly, we spitting grime. We spitting grime, bitch. Dead soul, we cannot climb. We cannot climb, bitch. Ready and roll, the jinx is speaking. Ready and roll, my blood's a beacon. To the fucking one with 1,000 red eyes. Calling on a preach and a beat, keep all lies. With the amphetamine, feeling like I need a dinner. Telemeter, yes, I help you so sick. No psychosis, and my words hypnosis. And I diagnosis as a solar solstice. Eat the light, burn the closest. Need the pain, I let it bend and morphings up into rage. I can't complain. Loving this heat, so the stomach my brain. And I'm going insane, and I keep it coming out again. And I can't refrain. With all these whips and chains. As an I'm dripping off of my darkest day. She calls my name, but
Bottles with the name, might make it all end. Gonna eat a whole script, might find my own zen. Looks like I'm happy, but I'm playing pretend. Somebody please help me, cause I'm dying within.
fuck you, I said I'm fine. I said I'm fine, bitch. Lush hoes, we smoking pine. We smoking pine, bitch. Sickly, we spitting grime. We spitting grime, bitch. Dead soul, we cannot climb. We cannot climb, bitch. Everything with live G makes me wanna pass. Pass the pressure in the gas mask. Ledges on my bag, shit on book, bag ass legend from the head, fam, bitches with no tan or rapping with a toe tag. Spit in your sun checking worship that go, baby. Hate me from grapevines, don't send in my throat, dripping blood on the villa. She fucking with goat. Gas is so white, girl, my mind is eroded. My blood on my brain to release all this focus. The force, my bitches can't take it. That real hocus pocus. My body stays cold like the soul since these feelings upset and I can't get my focus.
Thoughts? Where'd Chad go?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
What are your thoughts on that?
I love the song. I'm a big fan of, there he is. I'm a big fan of that like dark trap shit, that Bones sort of stuff.
Right.
The video, I can't with the video. Just there's a lot happening there, and that just sends my brain into overload. Love the song, not a fan of the video.
Okay. Chad, what you got?
So halfway through the video, it froze up on me, but it's okay. I've seen the video actually a couple of times. I dig the song. I wish, if I would have been in the driver's seat of recording it, I think I would have darkened his vocals all the way through the song. But it's just a personal preference. I like that style of rap.
Right.
That grimy, dark, kind of like horrorcore almost. Kind of reminds me of like back in the day being in like hardcore, like metal bands. That rawness, that gritty. I'm gonna rip your guts out type.
Right.
The video for a first timer. I gotta agree with Gibby. There's a lot of shit going on. The colorfulness does not match the vibe of the song.
Right.
But for what it is, it's a decent video. It's decently produced per se. It just doesn't fit that particular song at all.
Right.
I mean, being newer to the game, and he's still trying to find his vision per se. Right. I know where he wants to go, and I can hear it in his songs. It's just trying to translate those feelings into a visual form.
Right.
It's going to take a little bit of practice and some guidance from the right people. No knocking at all. The video just doesn't fit that particular song.
Right.
Just keep plugging away at it, Drinks. You'll get there, man.
Yeah, dude. I love your music.
You've already got some bangers, and you've already proven to some promoters out there and even people that you are worthy of doing this shit, man.
Yep. Yeah. I agree. I don't have no comment. I'm not going to put any comments in just because of personal relationship and all that. But 1 out of 10, what you got, Gibby?
I give it an 8.
Okay.
I'll give that an 8. Just going beyond, again, I'm cool with Jinx. Got no beef with dude. Got nothing but love for him.
Right.
Putting that aside, I'd give it an 8.
Okay, before we get to you, Chad, we got a comment. It says, dope smoking song. I was vibing with my mask. She's smoking from a mask. I could vibe to it. Much room for growth. I wish I had a better drop. Made me want to get down. Much love, Jinx. So it's all love. It's all feedback. That's what I like about the comments here. Chad, what do you got? 1 out of 10.
The song, solid 9 for the song. A little bit of tweaking on the vocals, maybe it would have brought it up to a 10. But the video, man, the video killed it. Killed the vibe, for me. Again, it was just a bad color scheme. So overall, I would have to say an 8.
Okay. Respectively, much love to Jinx. I don't know if you're watching, but much love to you, pal.
Probably not. He's an old man. He's probably sleeping.
Yeah, no.
He's pushing what,
sleeping.
40 now?
Pushing what, 40? He looks like he's fucking 12.
Don't be making fun of the 40-year-olds, man.
I have a funny tour story because when we did the Rebellion tour, we were in Illinois, I think. We were watching, literally, they had professional tag on TV at Denny's. That's a thing.
Denny's. Why does that not surprise me out of any restaurant? Denny's.
Professional tag on our way home. It was a Sunday. I had to work that night, and they had professional tag on at Denny's. And the waitress came up. I'm like, dude, just play it off, And I kept pretending he was my kid. Asked for a kid's menu and everything, and she gave it to him. And then I'm like, dude, just play it off. As soon as she left or whatever and came back, I'm like, just play it off, dude. Just keep playing it off. I'm like, you know what today is, don't you? He's like, what, Dad? I said, today's NASCAR day. It's Sunday. I said, you're getting locked in your cage for 3 hours today. Okay, Daddy. She just walked away all like, what the fuck?
She works at Denny's. That's probably not the craziest thing she heard all day.
No, more than likely not. And another funny story about him, and I love bragging on his ass, but he knows it's all up. But we went to play the Music Box in Jackson as a band. And we went to get Long John Silver's. We had like $50 for food or whatever. Went to go get Long John Silver's. So me and our bass guitarist, Nate, went and got fucking like a shit ton, like a buffet full of fucking Long John Silver's. Hush puppies, fish, chicken, everything. Laid it out on the sidewalk. We brought him a Happy Meal with a Moana toy.
You guys go to the trashiest of restaurants. Holy shit.
Fuck off, dude. Long John Silver's ain't around here no more.
Yeah, it is in Jackson. Oh, you just said Jackson. Never mind.
Exactly. Name another one. I missed it, all right?
Yeah,
they gave me the gassiest gas. It gave me some feedback later on in the night at the after party. Fucking, I was fucking, yeah.
You need to suffer for eating at Long John Silver's. That's all I'm gonna say. You choose to eat there. You know what's coming afterwards. It's like eating at Taco Bell and expecting, oh, I'm not gonna hate my life afterwards. Oh, nay.
I'm still a White Castle fan, so.
I wish there was a White Castle closer.
Exactly.
That Castle is the bomb diggity.
Yes, it is.
Especially when you're drunk at 2 a.m. Hell yeah, it is.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Hey, where else can you go and get 20 burgers for $20?
Exactly. Sliders.
Yep.
Sliders.
Literally nowhere. And that is a poor business plan. More businesses need to get the tiny sliders for $1.
Exactly.
I will buy stock in that company.
No shit. All right, getting back to the panel. This is the actual last panel question of the night. Chad, I got you on this one before you answer it tonight because it's the usual. And for you, Gibby, being a music listener, a podcaster, you can give both ends of it. Advice to artists or podcasters on the come up. What kind of advice would you give them?
This one, this hits me to my core. If I could give, hold on.
Oh God,
I'm gonna. No, I want to be full. Like, you look me dead in my eye when I say this. Listen to yourself. If you would not listen to yourself, what makes you think somebody else would? If you're not entertaining yourself, if you're not keeping your own attention, if you hear constant dead air, if you hear noise in the background, if you cannot sit and listen to your own show, what makes you think somebody else will?
Yep.
Perfect what you're doing. Even if that means going on YouTube and finding a tutorial of how to edit audio. It's not that hard. Audacity is free.
Right.
I promise you, you will gain so much by learning the basics. If you learn the basics and you learn how to entertain or research or do whatever you want to do for your show, you will get far. But if your one plan is I can just sit in front of a microphone and talk, and that's a podcast right there. I don't want to hear no complaining about how your audience is not growing whatsoever.
And I'll vouch for that. You keep things interesting, like the couple of interviews that we had. Even the one I think me and Stern back in the day fucking showed up, got all fucking.
I was a little shitty shit faced on that one. So
you were too?
Oh yeah. I had 2 40 ounces. Are you kidding me?
We always get in a good combo. That's one thing. Take advice from this man. If you're trying to podcast, like he keeps it interesting. Like the whole fucking time. Like if you get off topic, he'll keep going off topic until it's time to get back to the question. That's one thing you do really fucking good at.
Like I said, learn the in this, and even for artists too. I know I really don't have much stake in the game on that one.
Yeah.
Keep it entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Do not like if it strays from a conversation. Take that conversation and wheel it back to the topic, but don't be like, "Hey, stop! We got to go back to this."
Yep.
Like kind of gently, sort of like, "Come on, get your ass back here." That's what you need to do. Perfect your craft, and the audience will come. I promise you.
Yep, I agree. All right, Chad, it's your turn. But before you go, I got you on something, bro. I found this. I had to find something for you.
Oh God. What you got? Oh, wait a minute. You just done ruined it, man. Yes. Don't be a fucking douche. It's that fucking simple, man. It's that simple. You know, I've said this ever since I joined the fucking show. Ever since Cody asked me to partake on a more frequent basis. I say this at every show is don't be a fucking douche. And the only reason I say that is realize that not every fucking body is going to like the shit that you put out. Mm-hmm. I know there are people, you know, that could care less about my music. But you know what? I learned that a long time ago that not everybody's going to like my music. You know? Just let them people roll off your back and go find the people that are going to actually embrace you and your music. You know, that's the beautiful thing about technology today. And I still haven't fucking mastered it yet either. You know, I'm still a work in process and trying to figure this shit out myself. It's like, you know, find those people that are going to embrace you as a person. You know, I know, you know, getting on these live podcast shows and doing live videos in general, you know, I know I've done pissed some people off already. Yep. But you know what? It's okay. It's fucking okay. Yep. Because you know what? Then people aren't ready to hear what the reality of this entertainment business really is.
Right.
You know, it's not just music. The same shit happens in theater. The same shit happens in the movie industry. The same shit probably happens to Gibby in his broadcasting, where his podcasting.
Yep.
You know,
there's people that don't like my shit, and I'm just saying, okay, cool. There's like a million different podcasts you can listen to.
Yeah,
go find them. I promise you, they're out there.
Yeah, you know, obviously, be yourself. Have fun with it. You know, put a little bit of effort into the quality of your music. You know, don't focus so much, you know, from my point of view, don't focus so much on the visual arts right away. That will come. You know, that shit will come. Because if you are kick-ass at producing a song, you are most likely not going to be kick-ass at making a visual, you know, for that song. It's just, unless you are, you know, you're just a fucking genius. You know, me, I think I can write some killer songs. I can write killer tracks, but don't give me a fucking video camera, man.
Right.
You know, and if you know this stuff, you know, don't be afraid to hire some of the stuff out. You know, obviously, like first release, don't go out and blow like $5,000 on a video.
Right.
You know, maybe ask your buddy that has done a few things. You know, offer him $100 or a steak dinner or something, and a case of beer.
Right.
You know, like work with the resources that you have available now. Don't wait till I'm gonna wait till I get $1,000. You know, to promote or whatever. You know
how much shit you're gonna miss because you waited until you had that money.
Do it with the shit that you have available. You know, if the only place you have to go record a video, you know, if you got a decent phone, you know, and your basement is creepy like mine, you know, it's amazing what you can do. You know, as long as you're creative. You know, obviously, you don't shoot in the same room for the entire 4 minutes. I've done that before.
Right.
You know, there's different angles.
Yo.
Got that old Michigan basement look.
I got that.
Yep.
We've done a few down there.
But I mean, the big thing is though, like when you're dealing with your fans and you're doing your interactions with your fucking people, and be it fans, promoters, bar owners, people that are gonna make your video for you, you know, anybody that could potentially help you exceed where you currently are at.
Mm-hmm.
Treat them with fucking respect. I mean, even if they don't care for your shit, treat them with respect and don't be a fucking douche.
Yep, I agree wholeheartedly. We got one more music review. This is actually a world premiere. Brian Durst is featured on this. Who was he featured by? It's Big Mike Lab Life. It's called When You Need. We have one more. This is actually a world premiere. He hadn't released it. He actually sent it to my email in an MP4, a lyric video. I had to kind of dumb it down for StreamYard or whatever because you can't do like 1080 HP or 4K, nothing like that. We're going to review this. Shout out to Brian Durst for getting signed, man. He's been working hard a long time. If you guys haven't heard of him, look him up. Anybody in the comments, look him up. I plan on working with him very soon. Not on this album. It'll be something soon. I'm almost done with this one. But yeah, check him out. I know a couple of his people are tuned in. Shout out to you guys for hanging around. I know one of them hit me up that stuck around the whole freaking show. Keep checking out the show. It's what we're about. It's unbiased, and it's all informative. That's what it's all about. We just saw a connection made tonight. Jake actually messaged me during one of the songs we were playing and said that him and T-Jax get along really well, and T-Jax is a dope dude, which I knew. Both those guys were dope. But that's what it's all about, connecting people with other people, getting people on the same fucking mindset, because that's just where it needs to be. There's a disconnect in the underground.
Yep.
Indie, period, there's a disconnect. And let's get that together and work together. But here's Brian Durst. He's been building himself for a long time. Heard of him through the grapevine and blew the fuck up. This one is called When You Need.
You got me here right now. I'm here for where you need. You don't need no one else. Your love it sets me free. I got you on my mind, so just give me a sign. And baby, just give me a little of your time.
And I ain't hearing what you trying to say. Come with me, we can run away. Keep going until we see a better day. You never know what's on the other page. And I ain't hearing what you trying to say. Nah, come with me, we can run away. Keep going until we see a better day. You never know what's on the other page.
So flip the other side, and then just hit rewind. And if you need to talk, baby, you can hit my line.
Call me up if you need a vent. Open up, baby, let me in. Lot of love that I gotta give. A lot of love that I gotta give.
You got me here right now. I'm here for where you need. You don't need no one else. Your love it sets me free. I got you on my mind, so just give me a sign. And baby, just give me a little of your time.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. It seems I figured out actions mean more than words to you. I've been there, done it, tired of it. Been there, done it. I'm tired of it. You got me here right now. I'm here for when you need. You don't need no one else.
Your love it sets me free.
I got you on my mind, so just give me a sign. And baby, just give me
a little of your time. You got me here right now. So just give me a sign, and baby, just give me a little of your time.
So what'd you guys think of that?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Not usually a fan of the sort of slow love songs, but something about it stuck out to me. Kind of just vibey, sort of cruising down a back road, listening to that. You feeling somebody, and you're like, all right.
Sometimes you're on like 92.5. He's good at that. Like that dude is just. I've been asking him for a hook and stuff, and I mean we're kind of connecting like on that level. We're not like close or not like that, but yeah, the dude that was superb.
Big.
Could you hear that? Could you hear that collab? That would be.
Oh, I definitely could. Sorry, I was looking him up on Spotify. I've been doing that with everybody we've been listening to, so I don't forget any person that's been played.
Hell yeah, that's love. That's love, especially from a podcaster.
Oh hell yeah! Oh yeah! Wow, that sounds kind of offensive.
Hey, no. I'm a little bit of both.
Okay, excuse me. Sorry,
fucking podcaster. Look at this podcaster over here.
Yeah, sorry, I don't make music like the two other people on this panel. I'm creative, just not in that sense. Thank you.
What you got, Chad? What do you think?
So like in the beginning, I thought I was listening to like a Christian song, which, there's nothing wrong with that either, because the sounds that were used and the way it was mixed, it reminded me a lot of like the Christian rap scene and the Christian pop rap.
It's not a bad thing whatsoever.
No, not at all. And it's just a certain way that particular genre mixes their music. Right. There's certain tones that they use, and there's certain there's a lot of psychology that went into that music, to get people to get to a higher level, I guess. Which is not a bad thing whatsoever. It's just, but in the beginning, I was listening, just to the lyrics because my video kept freezing again. But I heard the entire song. At first I thought that's what it was going to be. And then, I realized quickly that, oh, wait a minute. It is an uplifting song,
right?
But it's more about having a relationship with this girl and just being there for that girl. It actually was a very positive song. All the way around, it was a very positive song. Not something that you would typically hear in the rap game, I guess. It's definitely more on the poppy side. But production-wise, solid. All the way around, solid.
I agree. I really have nothing negative to say, really. That was really good production. I got the Christian vibe too, and it's not a bad thing. So I'm into some like, you know where it goes. Like, and I don't really like affiliate with that type of shit. But as far as like the Christian vibe, I get that. Like every once in a while, I'll turn on the SFM just to hear what they have now, because I used to listen to all that, like Christian type music and shit. Gibby, don't give me that face, you motherfucker.
Well, I thought you were talking like tuning into the radio. I'm like, oh God, you waste your time with that?
Once in a while. Once in a great while.
Why? That's
it's not necessarily for music, for like Christian hip hop and stuff. Like that's something that I haven't listened to. 88.5, like I job shadowed them back in school. So I wanted to be a radio host. And now I want to see what it's like now compared to what it used to be. And it's not something that I normally do. I don't normally fuck it, I'm just gonna turn on the fucking radio. But I mean, that's what
I don't know. I think Spotify has spoiled me, so I don't usually listen to the radio.
You spoiled bitch.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. When it comes to listening to music in my car, I am a spoiled brat to a T.
Yeah, I feel it. And I should probably look at it that way too, but just hearing that radio station and being affiliated with that, I get that vibe. Like even from back in the day, they kind of started out the songs that way, and I got that vibe at first, and then just hearing it. And Brian was actually second verse. It's a feature. Overall, though, that was pretty fucking good.
Kind of got a little Michael Jackson-y in there on the
He gets
he
that a
came in
lot.
little mic,
He gets
which
that a
I
lot.
really
Justin
dug.
Timberlake, kind of a Justin Timberlake. I wouldn't say comparison, but the vibe.
Yeah, that
is-
was my point. Like I got it. Like as soon as his verse started, I was like, okay, I like this. I can rock with this.
Yep, and it's not the one thing that I'll give him is he could actually sing. He don't need like plugins.
No, that
like he does this shit live too. Like I watch live videos. I haven't actually seen him live yet. But like his live videos and stuff, he does this shit live, no backtrack most of the time. And I'm like, damn, dude, you're fucking. That's dope. That's
So he's got them pipes live. He's got them kind of pipes live.
yeah, yep. Keep that shit on YouTube, man. That dude is. I've been kind of paying attention from afar, and like I don't know. I normally don't do that. Hey, man, that shit's dope, and he's not one to like spam me with shit either. But
Don't be that person. Be that person. Hey man, that shit's fire. I like
I
it.
just get so busy between everything. Like I'm just one of those guys to watch from afar, just to see, hey, you're doing shit. Like tonight, I had him. I'm like, hey, dude,
Dude, you're kicking yourself in your own balls, man.
why?
Why would you want to wait? Why do you want to wait? Get in. At least get in on it, man, and build that relationship.
My thing is, most of the time when I'm listening to new music, I'm driving. I don't like texting when I'm driving.
Okay, that's when you fucking pull over, man.
Go at 70. Shit, this is dope. I gotta pull over and let this motherfucker know, like right now.
That's gonna be a new TikTok challenge, a Cody challenge. Pull over and tell me my song's dope.
Fucking pull over real quick and whip out your phone.
No, I fucking no with him though. I listen to local music all the fucking time. That's one thing that I'm really big on. Just hearing what people are doing, like past and present, and I like that. And Brian, I've never actually met him in person. I was supposed to be booked on a show with him, and then rest in peace, Bars Mays. We were on the same show, and then Bars passed away. He got in his little accident. R.I.P. to him. And then Brian took over booking for the venue, and that's how we kind of linked up. But I've been paying attention. I always pay attention. If you can't tell, I bring some pretty good artists on this motherfucker. But as far as ratings, what do you guys got as far as ratings for the Brian Durst joint? What you got? 1 out of 10.
10 all day.
10. What you got, Chad?
Honestly, I gotta go with a 10, man. That song, out of all the songs that I've heard, it hit different. The vibe was completely different. It was fresh. It was something fresh.
Yeah.
Not the same old cookie cutter, stuff that you normally hear, in the regular playlists or whatever, wherever you go and get your music. This was definitely like a refreshing sound. Yeah, 10.
And that's why I keep telling people, be what's next. And that boy has been on that shit. Be what's next. And I will give it a 10. I will give Brian Durst and I'm trying to think of Big Mike Lab Life. Shout out to you guys for this track. I will give this a 10. That's hard to get for me. I'm one of those guys like 9.5 because I'm like, no, this is it is fresh. It's a breath of fresh air, especially locally.
Yeah,
You get
and
almost the same
especially when you
shit.
told me that it was like a pop song, I kind of went in it with like, oh, okay.
Keita says 10. Oh my God, put you in your feels. I feel it.
Yeah,
I feel it.
that really could. If you were thinking about one person, you got that song playing at that time. Oh, no doubt.
Oh, yeah, man. That's gonna rip you right, sideways, man.
Yep, I feel it. Well, before we do send-offs, I'm hoping to have a big guest on here next weekend. This one, normally I invite artists and shit, but I think it's going to be me, Jake. Gibby, if you want to join, you can.
What day we do? What day?
It'd be Friday night if you're not busy. About 10 o'clock.
Let me check my schedule and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, you're more than welcome to join. I will hopefully have an announcement midweek this week. It's not confirmed yet, so I don't want anybody getting their hopes high. I just had a consultation with the dude, and this dude let's put it this way, he has songs with NF and a bunch of other people, over 900,000 fucking streams monthly on Spotify. And he's doing pretty good for himself, giving me tips along the way, and I think he'll be very vital for a panel show, which we might make next week a panel show unless he agrees to listen to local music and stuff. But I know how it is. You hear so much all the time, and he's probably focused on his own craft also.
Well, and then if this particular person, I mean, I don't even know who the hell you're talking about, but if they're under contract with somebody, it might cause issues if we want to play local music and whatnot. So
yeah, and it's just one of those things. And also, I'm working on getting before we go to send-offs, I'm working on getting the Michigan player locked in for a podcast, which will take place in town live, just like we are now, but in front of an audience, and tickets will be for sale following, or that there will be an autograph session following everything going on. That'll be a part of the sports segment.
Oh, I forget I'm on camera sometimes. Whoops.
Huh?
I said I forget I'm on camera sometimes.
That's like the best part. It's like
because with my show, I usually don't have my camera on, and my facial expressions are a lot louder than my voice. So I'll be watching something, or I'll be reacting to something, and like I'll sit there and just make stupid faces, and I'm not used to the camera being on me, so it's just force of habit.
But we're working on some cool guests. Not saying my guests right now aren't cool, but somebody who has actually like made it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're still stuck at home. Like, why not get advice from somebody who's higher up in our craft? And that's what I'm kind of aiming for. This is going to take place on Friday. If it does, it's normally music video review night plus panel, but it'll probably be just a panel night. I'll let you guys know, and I'll let Facebook know, so all you guys know. But yeah, let's do send-offs. Gibby, what you got coming up? Tell people where to check you out. Podcast Daddy.
I need to get my podcast. I love hearing it. I love
like
hearing
daddy.
it.
Oh, Papa.
Hey, Papa.
What you got going on? Tell the people.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed listening to me on this fine program, you can easily find me over at twitter.com/enoughsnuff. If you want to see more of this beautiful face, go to instagram.com/podcastdaddy. I make stupid videos on TikTok, not very often, but when I do, they're hilarious. Just look up Podcast Daddy 1 because I lost my other account. And I run a podcast, if you cannot tell, called The Snuff Show. We do it live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you happen to miss the live show, don't worry, I got you. Every podcasting platform, you can find it. Just go to that little search bar, type in The Snuff Show, and you'll see it.
Even LimeWire? Is that on LimeWire?
Look, we don't talk about LimeWire. we keep that on the lowdown, okay?
Dude, send me your Napster, man.
Dude,
that's still a thing.
I know.
I know that still shocks the ever-loving hell out of me that Napster still exists.
Actually, I was surprised the other day when I checked DistroKid, and I seen the Napster logo and the list of all the things.
Oh God! Oh Lord!
They're still around. People actually still use it.
Oh yeah, I want to mention. Before I go, I forgot I had it written down. Brian Durst. That song actually drops on all platforms on the 28th.
Oh.
It's not actually on Spotify or anything yet.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for it because I was gonna get added to my recommended songs, and I was like, where the hell is this? But okay, all right.
Yep. Chad, you want to send off? Chad, you got a release coming up, don't you?
Yeah, it actually kind of sort of came out today.
Did it?
Yeah, but I have
promote that shit.
Dude, I'm a full-time dad, man.
Yeah, it happens. I know how it goes.
Yes, being called daddy ain't exactly a play on words here, bud.
No, it's really not. No, so I got I just released a song. It's called Inspiration. I'm gonna take tomorrow or Sunday and actually sit down and make like a small video, and I mean, it's just me gonna be talking shit, but
hell yeah.
It's kind of sort of like gonna do it the organic route because money's kind of tight right now. And then I do have a show coming up. 326 at the same place. So you're going to be playing at Cody, 55 below, with my good buddy John Masty, aka Kain Kinetic, and I'm bringing a dude up from Fort Wayne. Dude's name is The Hair.
The hair on my balls.
He goes.
That was stupid. That was a good one. That was stupid.
Before we go forward,
No,
you know what the leading cause of dry skin is in America?
Oh my God! Really,
Please
dude?
tell me.
You really had to go there.
A towel.
Really
All right, go on, Chad.
Anyways,
we're talking about that shit.
The Hair plays some pretty dope ass dubstep. So,
hell yeah. Yes, check
Hey,
these guys out.
What is it called exactly? We're like,
what?
Because I mean, I'm gonna look up inspiration. I'm gonna find 50 songs. Like, what is the like?
Good luck.
Thanks.
I'm being for real. Like, I've tried on multiple devices, just typing in the Ha and then any of my song titles, and nothing ever shows up.
Send them something. You guys add each other.
Yeah. I'll send you a link. Where you can go to. I'll post something tomorrow. Go to DJ The Ha on Facebook.
Okay, see, I can.
It's just DJ The Ha.
Yup.
Yep.
That's been our send off. April 2nd. I want to promote April 2nd.
No, you don't.
I have an upcoming tour. That's an actual fucking tour and not like 5 shows.
Dude, nobody wants to see Cody.
No, they don't. Don't come and see me. Don't come and see me yell lyrics at you.
I don't know, man. I heard he's gonna be selling feet pics after the show.
I'm gonna have toenail clippings on my merch table.
and don't go to the van with Cody. Do not go to the van with Cody. Don't do it.
What's up?
Don't go to the van, dude.
Don't go to the van.
Do not go.
He's gonna call it a consultation. Just be wary.
Because he might end up being on one of these shows, and he's going to have another story that's going to trump the ones that he has at 55 below.
Oh, let me tell you about this person that I got to convince to do a consultation.
Consultation. Don't go to Chad's house. He's doing prostate massages out the garage.
Oh, dude.
Oh. Ooh, how much?
Just fucking with you.
I'm feeling the love, Cody. I'm feeling the love.
You got one person that's fake selling dildos, and I got fake prostate exams. Is anything on this show real? God.
Son of a bitch. But no, we're sending off, or we're going to send y'all off. It's kind of late. I got to be up pretty early. Just a reminder, there will be no show tomorrow night. Tomorrow night I'm taking out my kid. We're going out of town, and it's pretty due. I've been pretty busy. Actually, one second. Amber Newell, who's Brian Durst's manager, said to look up Neverland's dedication video for Bars. Bars Maze was a big promoter around the area, especially out in Fostoria. He passed away, unfortunately, due to some shitty ass circumstances. But yeah, check that out. Neverland is actually a really cool video for him. Really good memorial video. Actually, we're gonna end the show with that last song that we played. Actually, let me pull up Neverland. We'll end the show with that. It's gonna take me a second. So here's that airtime. The airtime that goes silent. Gibby, take over for a second.
Dead air. So if you don't like listening to dead air, you can easily fill it by just saying bullshit. And that's one thing that I know how to do is bullshit.
Bullshit for a second.
Tonight? You having a good Friday night? You been doing good? Did you take your medicine? You staying hydrated? Did you tell somebody that you love them today? Even if it was a homeless person on the street, you smack them on the ass, tell them, hey, I love you. Give them a little love tap. Maybe throw them a ham and cheese.
There you go. There you go. We'll play that at the end of the day. What's up?
I was going to say, just give them a ham and cheese. That's all they want is a ham and cheese.
Ham and the cheese, huh?
Yeah. I got your permission to play that, don't I, Amber? I'm not trying to intrude on y'all. Can I play that to end the night? That is actually a really good song, and Bars was really good people. Yeah, that's one of the reasons Rebellion didn't make it out there for our tour and stuff. People are asking, like the circumstances and stuff, and I didn't want to go into it because I don't know Bars and his family like that. These guys are pretty close. Amber, are you still on the live? If you are, as long as you give me permission, I'll end the show with that.
I think ending with a dedication video is like, I'm not being a smartass. I know my demeanor is smartassy, but that's actually a really good thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
God, it is very hard for me not to sound like a smartass 90% of the time. I just realized that.
I find it hard also.
Like I'm like trying to, I'm legitimately sitting here like, hey, that'd be cool to end this show with. And I came out, I was like, oh God, even I wanted to punch myself in the face.
I feel it. It's loading right now. We'll see if Amber gets back. If not, I'll just play the other one. I'm sure she won't have a problem, but
the way it seemed in the chat,
you just said semen.
Semen. Semen demon.
One sec. I just got her. It's loading up right now. Amber, if you're in the comments, let us know if we could play that. I'll play that to end the show tonight. R.I.P. Bars Maze, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, Cody, the last 3 weeks, like the words, like my camera shows up just fine on my screen, but like everybody else is like way behind. It's really bizarre.
Yeah, it happens. I know Alicks is having problems logging on.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's weird. And I've been switching computers. I don't know.
But yeah, I got the song loaded up. Give you guys this final send-offs, wave and be cute and stuff. And yeah, we'll be back next week, next Friday. Hopefully I have a really good special guest that'll lay some shit down. He's very smart at what he does. And yeah, we're gonna play this anyway. Amber ain't got back yet, but fuck it. Good promo. Shout out Brian Durst on your record deal. Doing your goddamn thing, man. Doing good for the Lord.
Thank you guys. Go for it.
Say thank you, Gibby. No, smile. Say thank you.
Bite my ass.
Bye.
Are all dark, the nights are gray. Seems that my life is slipping away, so I live inside my head. The only place it all makes sense. It was you and me in this lucid dream, like a fantasy, but in reality, I swear I'm in my bed. The thoughts of you won't leave my head. Dreams are like kisses, they cut just like a scar. Sometimes it hurts so much, it's hard to tell apart. My dreams have all died, they died in your hands. My hopes will subside to never, never land. Dreams are like kisses, they cut just like a scar. Sometimes it hurts so much, it's hard to tell apart. My dreams have all died, they died in your hands. My hopes will subside to never, never land. Get out my head, my head. Get out my head, my head. Get out, get out. You and me in this lucid dream, like a fantasy, but in reality, I swear I'm in my bed. The thought of you won't leave my head. Dreams are like kisses, they cut just like a scar. Sometimes it hurts so much, it's hard to tell apart. My dreams have all died. They died in your hands. My hope was upside to never, never land. Dreams are like kisses, they cut just like a scar. Sometimes it hurts so much, it's hard to tell apart. My dreams have all died. They died in your hands. My hopes was upside to never, never land. Get out my head. My head. Get out my head. My head. Get out